What's up with you, dog? How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. My weekend was real good. I had a competition show.
I saw that. They had a little medal on your chest.
Oh no, I was going to
repost the story, but when I saw the AI medal, I said, "No, I'm not doing that to my dog." It's like you were in the third grade. You won the competition.
The fiance did that on Instagram. They took a picture. I'm sure it might go out. Who knows? But it was fun. It was at the comic strip, and I don't know about you, but like I've done so many competition shows and lost every single one of them.
Please.
I lost one at Flappers where the two guys before me, one was 70 years old and forgot his jokes, and the people he brought had to tell him his jokes, and then like a 20-year-old kid doing like impressions from the 80s, and I came and I won a second place, so I got a big bowl of fries, but that's the best I've ever done. And so finally, we'll see. There's still a few rounds, but like I moved on, which was pretty cool. I was happy with that.
All right, you had a good weekend though.
Yeah, just stand up.
It was the fucking lamest Halloween.
Oh,
not
really?
for me, but I had a good time with my family. The kids.
You the big bad wolf again?
Huh?
You were the wolf again?
Nah, I dressed up one time. I thought about it Friday night. I'm like, what am I, retarded? I'm going solo. I'm not dressing up like no fucking wolf. I got better shit to do. Everybody's going to go there. They're going to watch the World Series. I'm going to be sitting there looking like a wolf, looking like a fucking Jet fan when they're losing by 40 with your fucking Jet shirt on. You know what I'm saying?
So was Mercy upset or no?
No, well, Mercy don't give a fuck if I dressed up or not. As long as I was at the party with her and she got to drive back in the car with me. That's all she gave a fuck about. We had a great time.
Nice.
There was food, The dads went into the one room. I had a couple edibles in me. I just watched the game, and then I went home, and then Saturday night, I don't even know what I did Saturday night. Oh, Nick came down, and we watched the World Series and got Chinese food.
It was a good World Series. I haven't watched the World Series in a while, and those games, I don't know any of the players, but they were fun to watch.
Listen, I don't know any of the players either, but it was one of the, I missed the game Sunday. Like Sunday night, I'm like, fuck Sunday night football. I wish there was another World Series game. Like they gave him one more shot. Like America said, come on, give him one more shot. We don't know what happened at home. His foot was off. His foot was on, which I'm not saying nothing bad. What I'm saying is it was an exciting fucking World Series. It was fucking tremendous. But when it ended, it was like the ending of The Sopranos.
Really?
It ended like The Sopranos.
I didn't get to watch the last game. Yeah. I don't know how it ended.
It ended like The Sopranos. Like they had a guy on first and second or something, first and third, 2 outs, 1 out, and the chubby Mexican, Kirk, into the quickest double play you ever saw. It was like, ba-ba, beep, ba, and it was over. And all of a sudden, Freddie Free, whatever, was jumping up in the air.
Okay.
And I'm like, holy shit. And and you could see the Toronto players, like my heart went out to them because their mind was, it's like your mind is still catching up. It's in slow motion still. They were just sitting there watching. The coach, his face was red, and you could see that he was still processing what he saw. He was 2 minutes. You ever watch a kung fu movie?
Okay.
They're always 2 minutes behind on the talking.
Oh, the dubbing? Yeah.
Well, there's some channels you put on, and you have the same football game on, but this game is delayed by 10 seconds, so they score, and this game, they're still driving. Like that. It was like something like that,
Yeah, because it starting with the 18-inning game, like that's when I knew it was going to be. That's why when I was
like, it's a fucking battle, and we called it on the podcast. We said it that the Dodgers are just not going to go in there and sweep them. Listen, it's a setup, guys. It's always a setup. What was the setup game? Ohtani having 3 home runs and 10 strikeouts. I think they won the series that night. Correct?
Well, that was early. Wasn't it like game 3? And then he had a game like either 4 or 5 where he went over or had a really bad game.
It doesn't matter.
No, but
he went one night.
Right.
You're not listening to me. It was a setup.
Okay.
Forget about the O's.
Okay.
They won that night.
Right.
And he pitched, got 10 strikeouts.
That was a great game.
And 3 home runs. So now you were waiting for the winner of Toronto, whatever the fuck they played, Seattle. Okay? You already had it in your fucking mind. They locked you in. America locked you the fuck in. And look how they even won. First off, you bet the Dodgers, you didn't make a killing. Number 2, if you watch the games, I think Toronto covered more nights, even when they're not won the World Series. They covered.
Really? Okay.
Because they were getting a run and a half every night, even when they were home. It's very what you saw last, and all that 10 strikeout 3 home run, that's for all the suckers who bet the series.
Why are they suckers?
Okay, because they jumped right on that without looking at the odds real quick to see what was going to manifest. That's what that does. It's just impulsive. They were talking when I got here. They're already betting the World Baseball fucking league. I'm good. In my world, baseball's over till April now. You understand me?
Yeah. But those, like, I haven't watched baseball, I don't think, in 10 years. And you know what got me back into it? I was driving back from Massachusetts, and I would listen to the game on the radio.
You were saying that, how great it is to listen to.
Fantastic. I was gambling on it, so I was like extra into it. And it fucking was, because I don't know, I get bored watching baseball on TV if I'm not really into there's too much. But when you're driving, there's something about driving. It might not work at home, but like driving and listening to, because you can't look at your phone, you can't do shit. Like the announcers were getting into the game. It was like I felt like I was back in high school.
It's very crazy. When you and I started the church 12 years ago, and with Felicia and I'll never forget when podcasts were first starting out. And it was like Mark and Joe and a couple other people, and I would listen, and I was very intrigued because when I got here in '66, I mean, we were long out of the radio by the time I got here, but it was still lingering. In the '70s, they would still show you shows where people would sit around and listen to the Green Hornet. The Green Hornet, before Bruce Lee was ever even born, was a fucking radio show, and it was Tuesdays at 9, and a bunch of actors got together, and you sat there and you listened, and it was very interesting to me. When the podcast stuff started, I was very much into doing something. I had already seen people in their fucking phones. Dog, I grew up in Hudson County. You didn't look at nothing but what was in front of you. And every once in a while, you glanced on the floor for a wallet. But it was a very quick glance, okay? So when I see people walking and not looking straight ahead, I'm already aggravated. Over the years, I already got used to it. You can't change a whole society of people. You cannot. It drives me crazy when you're looking at your phone and all of a sudden a bomb might go off in the city. And I'm not saying this and I wish this happened. No.
Right.
I'm just saying that when you're in the hospital, you're like, I wish I wouldn't have been looking at my fucking phone. You know? And when the podcast concept came up, my dick was hard because this is going to get people to listen again. We have completely lost the gift of listening in the last 30, 40 years. We have completely lost it.
What's the gift of listening?
First off, it's a gift. You have 5 senses. All of them are fucking gifts. But the gift of listening has something more than the gift of yapping. And the gift of listening, it's like when I tell you we fuck around all the time, but I'm not fucking around with you. Go to McDonald's tonight on the way home. Get a cheeseburger. You eat it in your car. You throw the wrapper out. Next time you fly, bring McDonald's on the plane. And see what it fucking smells like on a plane. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the oxygen level. I don't know.
The chemicals expand or contract.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, okay? We don't listen. As Americans no more, we look, and that looking has fucked up our brains. But I'm no psychotherapist. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying that people get up in the morning and start looking through reels and shit like that, you know, and start looking through reels. Then there was a time when we listened to music. George, we went on Bergen Line on Saturdays, went to one of the 4 album places. You bought the album. You stopped by Nick the Dick's house. Hopefully his sister sold you a joint for $2. You went home, you rolled it in the album, and you listened to the album while you read the fucking lyrics or no lyrics. You listened. Then in '81, MTV came. So nobody listened to albums no more. They were just watching videos. So it became a different dynamic. Again, I was going off on Nick the other night about the cloth we were raised. We were raised under a different cloth up here. It was a certain time, and people at home were going, what the fuck are you talking? Listen, it was a different cloth, okay? And it was the cloth of listening and do me a favor. Keep your mouth shut.
Hmm.
That was the cloth I grew up in. Don't deviate from that. Keep your mouth shut. This is no gangster shit. This was just common shit. Keep your mouth shut. All right? Listen, and we didn't. We went out into the world as teenagers and couldn't wait to hear something to tell somebody, me included. And then it takes a couple times. Then the first time it dawned on me was my mother had died, and there was a guy at Rendell Lumber that bought gold. I ain't going to say his name. He was on the kinky side. And I loved him to death. And he used to give me a job. I told you, Lee. He used to pay me $20 an hour to sit and watch his wall because he built walls for a living. And he didn't need me to watch the wall. He just was friends with somebody that told him to give him work. And this guy would always make me watch the wall.
For how long?
3 hours. He would drop me off at 7. I'd stay there till 10. There was no phone then. There was nothing. Nobody was going to sit with me. They'd be missing a party. So I just sat there by myself because I knew $60 was $60. I was maybe a freshman in high school, and I knew the people I was dealing with, so they told me to watch a wall, and I watched the wall, okay? And I never repeated it to nobody. People go like, where were you? I was babysitting my brother. I got no brother. You know what I'm saying? I got no brother. But I would watch this wall. And then 3 months, 3 months
What were
later.
you looking for? Were you guarding the wall?
He just told me to sit there and watch the wall. And that's what I did. I would watch the wall grow. Like every 3 minutes, there was a little light from the street. There were people who lived down the corner. He built the wall for somebody, Lee. And he didn't want kids jumping on the wall or whatever. So he put me in charge of nobody touching the fucking wall.
Gotcha.
All right. And then something happened one night where we were talking, and it was a Friday. And I got off of work at 5, and him and I were talking about a gold desk. It was slow. It was a lumber yard, but he had where they buy gold in the back. This is 78. Gold was $800 an ounce, and people were losing their mind. Today, it's $3,200 an ounce. It's fucking amazing. And you know how much gold I sold at $800 that I stole? I wish I had 2 pencils that were gold. I'd stick them both into my eyeballs right now, okay? Oh, right now somebody's laughing at me. I remember one night something happened. And we were talking about something. It was a Friday. And we were talking about something. And he knew somebody. And he said something to me. He said, don't go down there on a Friday night. We're just talking about somewhere. And I can't remember the university in Georgia where you got Quaaludes up there by Kennedy Boulevard? It was down the block from Sears Roebuck. It's something now, but in the 70, 72, 73, 82, it was called the University Inn. It was a bar with a door guy on the outside, and you went in there and whatever. Well, we used to go down there and get Quaaludes. It was like trying to be 16 and getting beers. You had to go out there and call somebody, hey, can you see if Nick is inside? Then Nick would come out. You go, Nick, give me a Quaalude. And he would go back in and ask for the Quaalude. Well, that particular night, we went down on a Friday. I remember who I was with and everything. And we had like $30 to buy like 10 Quaaludes, $40. And we went there, and I had the $40 in my pocket, and I was with some other guy. We were both sophomores. And I'll never forget that I asked the doorman, is whatever in there? And he goes, no, he's not here tonight. And I'm like getting into the argument with the guy about that he is here. I had like a half a vodka in me. All of a sudden, I'm a tough guy. And within fucking 3 minutes, the place got swarmed with fucking cops.
Jesus.
Right? And I'm thinking, holy shit, they called the cops on me. Nah, it was like Union City Police was swarming the place for drugs. They were serving a warrant for fucking drugs. Every Union City cop in the world was there. And they fucking pulled me aside. Me and this other kid who doesn't live in North Bergen no more, but he's still alive. And they asked us, identification, what are you doing here? We were like, well, look, we met a girl. No, you didn't. They asked us how much money we had. Thank God we had nothing on us. Thank God that guy wasn't there. I mean, it was night, bro. We were fucking 16. You know what I'm saying? They were going to fucking take us to North Bergen Court and get ripped up 2 weeks later. That's the way it worked back then. But it doesn't matter. I'll never forget. a week later being at the lumber yard, and he was there, and he goes, one of my friends told me you were at the University Inn and that they got raided. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, what did I tell you that Friday? Not to go down there. I go, but you didn't say they were going to get ready. He goes, I wasn't supposed to tell you we were going to get ready. You didn't listen to me. I told you not to go down there. And that always fucked with me from that time. That always fucked with me. And I was maybe 16, that I hadn't paid attention because that's the way I was raised. I didn't read through the lines. They would tell you, the people I grew up with, my mom and stepdad, they would go, hey, don't go over there. And then 3 weeks later, something bad would happen over there. And you go, oh, I understood why. I don't have to tell you why. Why make you an accessory to a felony? I'm just telling you, don't fucking go over there no more. You see him on the street, cross the street. He's a rat, you know. That's the way my parents were with me. They tell me this shit in case they want to come talk to me about something. So it's pretty interesting. And then I got locked up. And they got drilled into me.
Listening?
That I didn't listen to the people that were trying to tell me why I got locked up. I didn't get locked up for fucking getting involved in that drug thing. I got locked up for not claiming responsibility. And I didn't listen to them. And I didn't learn till after the fact what these people were even talking about. They kept talking about claiming responsibility. Where I came from, you don't know nothing. Do you follow what I'm saying to you? So where I came from, Joey, the guy slipped and fell in front of you. There's 3 witnesses who said you pushed him on the train tracks. I'm telling you, he fell. They didn't want to hear that. They wanted to hear, I fucked up. And I didn't know how to do that. And then I learned when I got locked up. But the test that fucked me up the most about listening was like one of the counselors was just talking to me one day. And they were just, you know, they said there's no rehabilitation in prison. And there really isn't. But there's always a couple of good people in there that talk to you, you know. And we were just talking about listening, how important it is to really fucking listen. When I was a kid, what was my favorite show? The Honeymooners and the Odd Couple. One of my favorite one of my favorite fucking episodes of the Odd Couple is when that big football player from the 70s was on there. Deacon Jones. That motherfucker was an animal. He did an episode with Oscar, and at the end, Oscar goes, Deacon, why don't you talk much? And he goes, because if you speak, you have to listen. What's that, the Indian authorities?
No, it was my mom.
Okay. She doing all right?
Yeah, she's good.
So it's really weird that and now, especially now, you can't get nobody. I can see it with my daughter. I'm watching it hatch, and I'm not mad at her for it. This is what our senses, there's no more radio.
Yeah, not really.
So that's not a sense that's heightened no more. It's the eyeballs and fucking whatever else tingles in their body when they go through reels or whatever the fuck they do, you know.
Have you tried to like teach Mercy how to listen? Like, I'm not saying she doesn't. I'm just saying, like, is it something as a parent?
It's something that you have to fall a couple times and then you put together. When somebody tells you to listen, you're like, what is this fucking jerk off talking about? I listen all day. I listen to farts. I listen to birds. I listen to this idiot, you know, trying to fucking race a jig rig up the corner, you know.
I don't even know if I want to know what a jig rig is, to be honest with you.
Some fucking old Jap car.
Okay.
They deliver Chinese food and they build the car as it goes. This week I'm getting a muffler. So for 2 weeks I got to hear noise, you know. That's the gift of that. So you always tell people that. What the fuck is he talking about? He's an asshole. I listen to everything. Yeah, we do listen to everything, but we really don't listen. And when you focus on listening, it's pretty fucking, you love it. Once, like when you go to the doctor's office, I keep the phone away and I just listen. Anywhere I go, I'll keep the phone out of there as much as I can to listen to what the fuck is going on. And it's superb. It's superb.
It really, when you don't have your phone, like, it really shows you, like, I don't know, I feel like so much more. involved. Like it's amazing. I'm all I can think about when you're talking about this is like I want to get like I want to throw this thing in the fire.
We all do.
I hate it.
We just don't have the balls to. This is the girlfriend that fucking lies, cheats on you, steals from you. But when she does deliver, she puts her long tongue up your asshole and blows grapes in it. You know,
I'm not saying
how you gonna get rid of that? You know what I'm saying?
You're only so strong.
You want to fuck 10 dudes? Go ahead. Just come back on Monday and stick that long tongue up my asshole and pick the raisins out. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's what an iPhone is to you. Oh my God. I feel like you have one woman in mind too with that.
You gotta build this scenario from time to time so people understand what the fuck we're getting at here.
A scenario for why you hate phones is getting your asshole tongued?
No, I'm just saying that it's not that. Listen, man, you want to throw away your phone. We all fucking know that 70% of the shit on there we don't need to see, okay?
No.
It's repetitive. All I get fucking emails from Ozempic. That's all. Get your car fixed. Bank of America, we got a loan for you.
Do you read your junk mail? Why do you read your junk email?
Payment declined. 24 hours left. Claim your super anti-spyware discount. Do I look like a spy to you? I mean, what? You know, this is the shit I get. This is my regular email. I get business. That's the book company. That's CAA. There's 3 emails. There was a time when I opened up and I had 22 emails. Nobody even emails no more. Nobody loves me. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you get annoyed by emails. Now but you want business emails.
Now you got fucking look at fucking CVS showed up heavy.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Love for let's see the coupons you got.
Listen, the text message from CVS makes my dick hard. It's always good news. How much money they're fucking saving me a month or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I love CVS. Love it. Love it.
Do you have a specific one you like the best?
The one by my house. I ain't going to disclose it.
Right, no.
Because then I'll have a bunch of lurkers down there.
But why do you like that CVS?
Because I could feed the cats in the back.
Nice.
There's a head shop down the corner where I go get in the same complex. So you have CVS. You got no food in there. They're supposed to have this and that. I never even stopped to get shit in there. But they have a head shop, and it's not bad.
Right.
Just don't listen to the owner. Last time I went in there with a friend, my friend said when he came out, the guy had rings around his nose, and he wouldn't shut up about Jupiter or some shit. Yeah, the kid tried to sell me, you got to get these synthetic mushrooms, man. You're going to love them. I ate the whole fuck. He goes, only eat a half. I ate the whole fucking thing, and nothing happened. Nothing. They were duds.
And this is why you like the CVS, though.
I like that.
Being around that.
No. There's a couple things in that CVS that are very interesting. There's a bunch of, for 5 fucking years that I've lived here, there's a family of black and white cats back there. I don't know how they've stayed alive right there on that fucking highway. I don't know how they've done it. But I've watched them grow from the kitten to, then the kitten got older, then she got fucked. Then she had a kitten, then the mother got hit by a car. It's been like, and they're all black and white, and they all wait for you. If you go to CVS around 9:30, when you pull up, they're waiting for you by the post.
Right.
They wait by the post. I go in, I get something, and I bring a little can of fucking cat food. I open it up, and they'll let you get like 4 feet close. They know me by now. But then I take the ride around the building, and I see how many people are in the hookah house behind CVS. And then I pop out and I shoot down. And if I need easy widers or a couple lighters, I go in that place and I get it. It's one-stop shopping for Uncle Joey.
Why are you checking into how many people are at the whorehouse?
I want to see what's crack-a-lacking in my community. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like write it down or like?
No, what am I, a fucking sleuth? I just take a ride to see how many guys are getting their pencil sucked on a Tuesday night. That's good. When you're trying to figure out what's going on with the economy, man.
How's it doing?
Huh?
How's like the whorehouse doing right now?
You know, come see cum sa. Friday nights they're packed like any other fucking dump. But during the week they're sluggers. I don't even know what they got in there. I was gonna go in there like with a phony mustache and see what kind of chicks they had.
Would that be the only part of your disguise, or would it just be you with a mustache? Because
I got a long jacket,
yeah,
and
we
a
gotta
mustache,
hide you a little bit,
and a baseball hat. I got like a long fucking nice jacket that I wore to a premiere. I wore it last New Year's. And that was it. I paid for this jacket 8 years ago, 10 years ago.
That's all you used
12 years ago, and I've used it 3 times.
Fuck.
When I took it to the dry cleaner, I left it there for 6 months. I'm surprised little Chinese guy still had it. I had to send my wife in there to get it. I dropped it off after New Year's and fucking, I didn't pick it. He asked my wife, where is he? The hospital. And that was it. The guy's like, oh, tell him to get well. I haven't been in there in months. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my God.
I forgot how to pick up dry cleaning. It used to be a part of you every day when you got suits and shit.
I love leaving stuff there.
Where, the dry cleaner?
Yeah, do you know where it is? It's always nice.
And then they call you like 10 times. But see, these dry cleaners suck.
Right.
First of all, you got no Chinese people running things.
Really?
That's the biggest dog. They used to, George, tell these motherfuckers, you went with your laundry to a Chinese joint. When you picked it up on Friday, your underwear were ironed with a crease in it, with starch. White shirts, you know how like white t-shirts, you wash them, and you got like, what the fuck? Dog, your white shirts lasted for 10 years because they starched those collars tight and shit. Tight and shit. Your little tighty whities, shit. When you took them off at night, they stood in the corner waiting for you the next day. It was like a little helmet for a retard if you turned it up. If you turned it upside down. Your underwear, you would just take them off at night, dog, and they sat there like a little retard helmet or a pair of underwear or a little, dog, you could just turn them around, put like a light bulb in there, and you could be like a Martian and shit. Those underwear stayed tight for like 2 days. By Sunday, they got some whip to them, you know, some fucking ass, because they were so tight that the cotton wouldn't even go up your asshole. So you wouldn't have a filth and you would never get skid marks.
Oh, that's nice.
No, it was uncomfortable. But let me tell you something. You got 3 days out of a pair of underwear. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no, that's a nightmare.
No, not these. Because they were tight, so they didn't creep. If you have underwear on for 2 days,
right,
the creep comes up your ass, and eventually you're going to get a skid mark on there.
Dude,
or 2. We all get skid marks. That's
why I change underwear like at least once a day.
Oh, please. I know that. Look at the,
No, it's not good.
You have a little hand to extend to wipe your ass yet? Like
I needed it when I was that big. When I was that big, I was
That's our next invention.
It's not an invention. It exists.
And we advertise in the obesity times like a fucking stick to wipe your ass when you get too big. You ever see somebody that's so big and you're like, you know what? I ain't no math major. But geographically, whatever the fuck
not possible.
Circles, all that 3.14.
Circles?
Yeah, like, by circumference, there's no way her arms are reaching. There was a woman I used to look at all the time in Seattle, and I go, there's no way she could wipe her ass. Unless she goes deep between the legs and pulls like the frog. That's when you wipe from the. But what if her arm gets stuck and she throws it back out? That's a fucking nightmare too. You know what I'm saying?
Did you call it the frog?
Yeah.
When I was that big, I needed to I would stand up.
Still laughing about the retard helmet.
We should have a counter on the screen. How many times you say retard?
Oh, who cares at this point? What do you want from me? I'm 62. I'm not going to change at this point. It's no disrespect to no retarded kids. I'm not here to disrespect people or insult people. I'm just making
saying.
a point.
I can't imagine. I do miss that.
What?
Getting my laundry done at the laundromat, just dropping it off. But I never had Asian.
They don't do nothing. They just spray like Febreze on it and give it back.
They ruin it a lot.
Yeah, they ruin it. They forget. They forgot the whole. That's an art. That's an art. There's some things that people will not let go, that I've learned to let go. It's been difficult. That whole lifestyle we had, that's an art. Chan's Dragon Inn, that was an art. I don't care who decide, it's like the Yankees. That's a work of art back then. They all went, we both were cheering for Don Mattingly. He's still out there, 100 years old with his little glasses on. We cheered for him. Why? Because he was part of this weird thing that'll never happen again. These things will never happen again. How many times you go and you eat at a place for 4 or 5 years, and then you move away, and you move away for 2 years, you come back, you go to that place, and you're like, it ain't the same.
That sucks.
It's like anything else, So, what do you want from me? I'm just trying to put the pieces together here on a fucking Tuesday morning. That's it.
I love you.
I got problems just like everybody else. You understand me? I got a bump foot. I got everything. I got a limp node. Nothing. I got nothing wrong with my foot. I got a limp node, but it's going to fuck up my right foot. So
what the fuck is a limp node?
I don't know. What I look like a fucking Professor Sinai? All I know is I got a lymph node on my groin area, so I got to go take a little fucking ink test or some shit. I don't have to put no ink in my dick, thank God. In the hospital, they told me they were going to put a catheter in my dick for it to drain.
Oh, that's my nightmare.
Oh, but I've been pissing like a motherfucker because now I learned how to piss.
What?
The lady told me today, she goes, don't hold your piss. Like I was just walking down the stairs, I had to piss, I took my dick out. I'm not holding back no more. So if you step on something wet, it's my piss. I don't give a fuck no more. I'm 62 years old. I'm an old man. I got problems. I don't hear so good, so I'm dying. You know what I'm saying?
What does hearing have to do with pissing?
Because the same shit.
Okay.
I don't fucking know, guys. I don't know. It's just
You feeling okay?
I'm feeling tip-top, Magoo. Honest to God. God bless everybody. Thank you for your support. I feel great. You know, I got to pee, guys. I can't sit here for 20 minutes and hold it in and then get upset. Something happened to my system years ago. You know, hiding from the cops, you can't pee. You got to lock yourself under the door and shit under the bed. Shit like that. Who the fuck knows anymore?
That's crazy.
But yeah, it's pretty interesting how, I don't know if I miss it, but I know we're going to be in the years to come, like my daughter, they just don't listen.
Why? I mean, it's too bad because I understand from their viewpoint. Like if I had a phone at that age, why would I just listen to something?
I didn't listen either.
But you did. How many albums you listened to? Like that's how I got into. That's why I love, honestly. And I'm nowhere near. And I'm not saying I'm doing anything.
Completely, I'm talking about listening to a comedy album and listening to what people are trying to tell you.
Okay,
two different fucking things.
Gotcha.
There's a certain age we hit that we think we're fucking know-it-alls. We think we're know-it-alls. We all are. We all have this fucking delusion. We all know more than everybody. It starts at like 12 and a half. The first time we jerk off and something comes out, forget about it. That's it. I'm running things from now on. You can't even get up in the morning to hold a job. What the fuck are you running? Right. But in our mind, we're running things. We got music on. You know, we think like we're paying bills and shit. I didn't want sugar pops. You know what I'm saying? I wanted cornflakes in this motherfucker. Bam. And then you get the right hook. It's something that I'm looking at now. You know, I tell you that you look at yourself and all your fucking flaws and you try to have your kids not have those flaws.
Mm-hmm.
Or even the people around you. Like even with comedy, I tell people, listen, if you got these little flaws as a comic, get rid of them. Because there's nowhere for those flaws. You know, like everything has that. You know, I wanted to be a chef.
Okay.
I love food. What episode of this shit or what conversation do we have that we don't come up with food somewhere? I love food. I could have made $1 million right now as a TV chef. As a chef, I would have started at Rudy's or something with no teeth. Right now, I would have been fucking better than those fucking idiots because I would have hit you with the Italian flavor, the Hudson County flavor, the Cuban flavor, and everything I learned all over the country, all the prisons, the county jails. Forget about it. Okay? But at the same time, I never got into cooking. Why? Because I knew if I cut myself, you know, I get raped in the kitchen. It's all over.
What?
I wake up and the head chef is banging me with sushi. You know.
They're both doing it?
What?
You think that's what happens when you pass out in the kitchen?
From my world, yeah. You wake up with a funny taste in your mouth.
Oh, my God.
Right? Girls fucking take people to court all day long about that. They pass out and they wake up and their world changed. I don't know what happened. My bra was sticky. You know, yeah, you passed out at the fucking bar. What do you think with a bunch of animals? What do you think is going to happen? Even though it's not, you can't do that, but people are still going to try that shit. So in my world, I always was very, dog, I fucking passed out in a jail cell. Like I refused to pass out in a jail cell in front of 16 guys. And finally, when the jail cell was empty, I'm like, ooh, that was close. And I'm sitting there with the cotton ball in my arm, and I'm like, let me take this motherfucker out. And I took my arm down and took the cotton ball. It was just a dot of blood. Boom, I fell, I fainted. So I was always petrified of fainting in public. Like that's my biggest fear. Like the other Friday, I went to jiu-jitsu and I'm walking out, and 11:30, the fucking Mexican wants to mop now. Where's ice when you need him? Where the fucking ice when you need him? It's 11:45. This Mexican wants to mop now.
Why can't he mop now?
I got my Nikes. They're like fucking flip-flops. right? On like, there's a certain ceramic tile. It's like ice skating with these fucking things. Those kids in China got to put some anti-skid fucking things on here. Or some, oh my God, I fucking just went. And I held on and I banged my head on my head still hurts. I've been walking around like Ace Frehley for 3 fucking days, thinking when this is going to end. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
So you still
let's go. What? We're back. What's up, beautiful people? You know what I love about this time of the year? This is the time of the year where you got to fucking rock and roll. You got to rock and roll. This is it. You want to start 2026 on the right foot, and you want to fucking barrel through this motherfucker. You ain't got time to worry about Bad Bunny. See? Bad Bunny all went away. That's it. What happened? They shot 3 more people, and Bad Bunny disappeared. That's it. Nobody cares about Bad Bunny. Nobody cares about Cracker Barrel. And nobody's talking about the Epsteins no more. You see how life, everybody goes their own way. And you live, you survive. It's fucking crazy. That while you're going through it, you don't think, why are you looking at me like I got fucking the Malouk? You know?
I'm just trying to figure out how you're going to, like, what this means.
The other day I'm sitting there and I'm watching my daughter play softball. Whatever. I'm watching her. I'm watching the girls from her team bat. I'm watching them in the dugout. I'm watching the girls from the other team, how they're acting, you know, watching the field. I'm looking at the trees. And I said something to George before he came. Seriously, man.
You had a lot of experience from watching the wall.
I'm sitting there. Stupido. I'm sitting there and I'm watching this game, you know. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. This is as good as it gets. Like in my world, like for you right now, you're like, Joey, me going to this on a Tuesday, I understand. Everybody has their own fucking personal whatever. But for me, that's as good as it gets, you know? And I'm like, what the fuck? When they were sentencing me, after they sentencing me and they threw me in the cell and I had to wait, that was like maybe the darkest 2 hours of my life. It was so dark that I passed out. Even after I snorted a line of coke that would have killed the mule, it was still in the suit jacket. I didn't even know. I put my hand in my jacket and there was a coke. I'm like, God damn, that's where it went. I lost that coke rock like 2 weeks before. I crushed it up, did a line by the back because they had cameras in there in those days. So I had to do a line of coke by the fucking toilet. I did the whole thing, through the paperwork, and I sat there and I remember it was okay for about 8 minutes. And then I just get into a state of depression. And then I woke up when they woke me up going, Joey, we got you a cell and some clothes you have to change and they're going to shake you down, all that shit. But anyway, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking about when I was sitting there. Like, I never saw this. Like, I was in such a dark place that I never saw this. Like, I never saw this baseball diamond. I never saw myself having a daughter. I never saw myself doing anything. You know, here I was in this cell looking at 4 years, thinking I had to do the 4 years, thinking that my life was over, thinking that when I get out of jail, this girl would be gone, just thinking 1,000 things. I never thought about the flip side of what could happen, you know? And it's fucking bothered me for a couple minutes. And I'm like, well, okay, so what if the guard came into the cell and I go, hey, can I talk to you about something? I want to talk to you about my personal feelings. Mm-hmm. Even though I'm feeling kind of fucking down, in 20 years, I'm going to have a daughter. And I'm going to be at a softball game. And I'm going to, you know, make mortgage payments. And fucking, you know, I'm going to be a decent American. And this guy's like, yeah, you keep saying that to yourself. As a matter of fact, let's take you down to psych. They might want to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you would never think that. What I'm trying to say is, in your darkest moment, you don't even see what you could become. Or like people always go, well, I love when people say, when you give blood, just think of a happy time. Okay. When I got ice cream with my daughter, how happy is that? It cost me $18. You know what I'm saying? I went to Carvel last week, 3 Sundays, like $30. I'm like, what the fuck happened here? This was happy. I was happy.
Yeah. I show this image of you yelling this at a poor Carvel cashier.
No, I'm just I'm just saying that people always say, you have to to lower your blood pressure. Like when my blood pressure was high in the hospital, they're like, okay, let's take a breather. We want you to go somewhere where you're happy. And then they would ask you, like, what's your happy point? You're like, let me tell you something right now. All I see, my happy point is me laying naked. And right there, you got to stop because they're like, where's this going? You know where this is going. I got 3 Chinese chicks from the Janet Jackson video, If, jumping up and down on my face. You know what I'm saying? And one of them's got her toe in my nose so I could smell a little Chinese toe deep in the crevice of my nose. I don't fucking know. It
sounds happy. Like you've thought about it before.
Oh, yeah. I think about a lot of things.
Holy shit. And who are you telling this to?
Like anybody who comes in to talk to you when you get locked up. A bunch of people usually come in. Are you holding up? Okay, yeah, I'm a tough guy. I'm fine. But no, you're not really a tough guy. And I'm not just talking about that. Like I'm in the hospital for 4 fucking days. By the second day, your blood pressure's still up. And you're thinking about some weird shit. And at that time, I did think about other shit. I said, you know what? This is nothing compared to what I've been through already. A little blood pressure. This ain't nothing. This is just a fucking minute in time. I'm not going nowhere. So I looked at it like a positive way. But it's so weird how some things you look at positive and some things you look at, you're like, who knows what's going to happen? No. You got to see it. Like, I didn't see none of that shit. And I'm still pissed. Like, again, this is the type of podcast, if you're listening and if you're young, you're like, what the fuck is Joey talking about? This goes back to listening. This goes back to listening. Dog, I'm so fucking high. I have confused even myself. You know what I'm saying?
Those are good. But are you talking about like listening to when you're younger of like taking care of yourself? Because since I've known you've been taking care.
No, listening to like when you do go to somewhere and they like, think of sometimes when you were happy. I don't know all the situations, maybe, whatever. But people go, think of a time when you were happy. And you really by the time you get stressed out thinking. Like I'm stressed out just thinking about when I was happy.
Right. It's hard to think about a time to be
now
purely
I can tell
happy.
You when I was, and I can tell you generic answers. The birth of my daughter, I was behind a curtain, scared I was going to pass out from all the blood and watching my wife's snatch blow up. I don't need to watch that shit. And somebody shot it with a double barrel shotgun. There's blood everywhere. Looks like Kennedy's head. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like it was really tough on you.
You what?
It sounds like it was really tough on you.
Yeah, it was tough on me. And I went on Google and they scared the shit out of me about pregnancy and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. I'll never forget, dog, the first time I was married, my wife was pregnant. George came to the wedding. He was the best man, and fucking George left by that time. And the baby was born in February. And the plan was there was a Boulder Hospital, and then there was a hospital across the street called like the birthing center where women let their hair pits grow and they have sandals and they do yoga before you're pregnant and they mediate, they fucking, meditate. It's all going to be fine. No drugs. It's all natural. And I remember her water broke and, we took the fucking car over there. And when I got there, they all came out with bongs and hit the drums. The energy of the mountains will heal you. And meanwhile, she's dilating,
Oh my God.
And fucking they're yelling and screaming. And women are like, what's going on? They're like, breathe. And what's that class you go to? Lamaze. That's a waste of time. That's just it's 8 weeks of torture. Just take the highest dose edible and put Visine in your eyes and look straight ahead and nod when they talk to you.
Wait, not when you're pregnant.
No, when they're pregnant.
Oh, the guy goes.
Trust me, you'll be at all of them with a notepad. She's going to make you write everything down.
You're supposed to.
No, you're not. You're not supposed to be a half a fag. Those are the nights you have shows out of town. In fact, you just got a European tour.
Okay.
And it's every Thursday. You got to fly out. What time is it? 6? oh my God, I can't. I'm going to miss my child. Listen, it don't work. Let them go with the
What do you
mom.
mean it doesn't work?
It don't work.
Doesn't everyone do it?
Yeah, everyone does it because they don't know. They're fucking idiots. See if they go back the second time. They go to fucking someplace and eat chicken sticks. They don't go to Lamar's the second time.
Chicken
The
sticks.
mothers get fat and they get ready for fucking the bomb to drop because they know what they're going to go through already. You're not going to use any of that shit.
That sounds
It's like
terrible.
learning karate as a kid. You learn 8 years of karate, you get beat up in the 8th grade, you didn't even use the karate. How do I know? Because it happened to me, all right? I thought I was a master and shit. Then they got me, boom, I went down. No more karate. That was it. I got my $35 a month back.
So what do you mean they don't use it when they're giving birth?
What?
They don't actually use like the breathing stuff during birth?
Not a fucking thing.
What happens?
They're yelling, motherfucker, I hate Jews. Why don't you come into my life? I can't take the pain. Give me more. Give me more. Is that the baby? Breathe. And you're like, breathe, breathe. There's like words they give you, like
Right.
trigger words. Well, not then, but then they had like words you use to calm everybody down. That shit goes out the window. It's like when you breathe. It's like when you come early and you go online and you learn the course on how to fucking take 8 minutes to come. You know?
There's a course?
Yeah, you practice it for like 8 months. Like, oh yeah.
8 months?
It's like when you whack off and it lasts you in the shower, right? And all of a sudden you're in there 22 minutes. You're like, wait till I get a piece of pussy this weekend. And then you go to the house, you take your undies off, and there it is. Your jizz is on your foot and on the underwear. You're like, what happened? What happened to my jizz cardio here?
And you always have, that's why I'm always so like, you have stories about like all that crazy shit. Like, but oh my God.
About what?
I don't know, dude.
No, we're just talking about facts here. Like we mentally put all this shit. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Like at 62, I'm telling you, none of this shit matters, guys. If I would have told everybody in my life to go fuck themselves, I would have been a lot better off from day one.
Everybody.
No, but it's, the other day I'm sitting there going, man, I pandered for a lot of years, and I wish I didn't but you have to. You're learning. And it's not that I pandered, but I listened. And when I'm looking at these people, I'm like, maybe they know what they're talking about. You're like, they don't. I learned more fucking selling nickel bags at North Bergen High than I did,
I can see that, and I feel like I'm pandering, right? It's not a good feeling when you're not really getting booked yet, like, or when you're starting to. I don't know, like you do whatever you'll do too much. Like listen, like I don't know, it doesn't feel good to feel like you have no power, and it's cool to listen to you talk now and be like, oh, I have all the power.
I never had any power, Lee.
You don't think so?
I'm thinking about a scenario. I'm 96 and a half. I'm doing comedy 5.5 years. I'm pretty good up in Seattle. I'm a pretty good feature act. I'm dirty. But you know what? I was a hustler. At least I was going somewhere. At least I thought I was going somewhere. And I had a few incidents with bookers, which is always going to happen. If there's 5 bookers, you're not going to get along with all of them.
Right, no.
Unless you pander to all of them.
Right.
And if you're going to go against the grain, you better have a reason when they come at you already planned. I.e., what's the biggest problem you have with edgy comics? They can't get booked because they're too edgy. Okay? So they give up. Do you follow what I'm saying? Like it's not...
it's definitely harder.
It's very hard.
Depending on the shows.
It's very hard, but you don't quit. You create your own market. And freaks meet freaks.
Yeah, there's definitely dirtier shows.
Freaks meet freaks. When you declare you're not like everybody else, which everybody falls into a different category. Some guys want to jump up and down. Some guys want to do magic. Some guys want to work spotless clean. Listen, if you can make a fucking living and feed your kids, I don't give a fuck. If you get on stage and blow lightning. Remember that thing in the Little Rascals when they shot Yum Yum Eat 'em Up? Roman candles. If you shoot 3 Roman candles out of your ass, charge $25 and sell out the garden, who am I to argue with you? I'm up there trying to be witty. Well, my daughter's 12, and you're up there. Hold on one second, ladies and gentlemen. You play a national anthem. You fucking come out with a red tie like our friend there. You know what I'm saying? You fucking bend over.
Why are you bending over?
Yeah, because you have to bend over to stick the bottle rocket out your ass. You have a Chinese guy come out, shh, bah, and all of a sudden a little Chinese guy comes out and plays techno for 20 minutes while they stitch up your one ass cheek, and they put fucking calamine lotion on the other cheek from the burns. Yeah. And then you go back out there and you stick another thing. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just fucking, it's a joke.
Right, I get you.
But whatever the fuck you do, I can't, like, there's people that go, well, he's a hack, or if he's getting paid, he's doing something right. He's talking to somebody. It's like the pitcher that got beat up by the guy who threw 2 home runs in a row. The second night, the third night, he came out. Dog, he went from being, he threw one, bah! And then he threw another pitch, bah! It was one for each eye. Bro, he went looking from 28 to looking like me. He had bags down here. The whole series. Like, I don't even know where I was going with this. I was just remembering the World Series. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah! Anyway. What are we talking about here?
I don't remember.
No, but I'm just saying that as a comic, bro, you're always so. Anyway, I had beef with this particular lady.
A booker.
She defeated me. So basically at that time, I had the Comedy Underground, which is a great club to be a part of. I had Giggles, which was the pilot that was in Vietnam. Again, here's a guy that didn't want you to work unless you were spotless clean. I was there every other week, dog, picking up $4.50. Because when he come in the room, I'd work clean. When you step out of the room, I'd go back into being a magician of death. He never caught it. And then he confused me with other people. Who was up there saying fuck? You know, they would all point to somebody else. I swear to God, he would always go to the other comic. And the other comic wouldn't want to rap me out. He'd go, it wasn't me. And he'd come up to me, did you? No. All right, I'm going to watch you the second show. But he would park his car by the window outside. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I was in that club. I was in a club in Portland. Not really. It was like a B room. And I was in a club called the Volcano Lounge.
Ooh.
It was 3 hours from Seattle. It was Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's where I met the chick with all the birthmarks on her back. When I went to hug her, I almost melted and fucking passed out. So fucking, there was this lady, guys. And every time I would call her, I'd say, my friend did this room, and they said they like comics like me. Now that room's all booked up till 1998. Okay, thank you. This went on for about 3 months. And finally I said, you know what? I know how to get around this lady. Instead of going over the bridge, I figured out how to go around her. And I did something that nobody would think of. I called her up and started asking her for guest sets. Now, there's no booker that's going to turn down a free set, especially when the guy, you know, was a little on the funny side. They liked me because it's the West Coast. Anybody with an East Coast accent, they love. They don't know who I am. They think I'm Tony Danza. They think I'm Tony Soprano. Do you understand what I'm trying to? They relate all those people to that. He's from Jersey. He must know Tony Soprano or whatever. And that's fine. It gets him to bond with you. That's not my point. My point is that for 10 or 11 months, I made fucking sure, no matter what was going on in my life, I went down there every fucking Wednesday or Tuesday to do one of her rooms. Whether it cost me money in my pocket, it cost me an hour drive, I had to borrow a car. I made sure I was at one of her rooms every week. Because guess what? She wasn't going to beat me. I was going to beat her. I was going to get a lot farther in this than she was. And guess what, guys? As the fucking Lord is my witness, that was my attitude at the time. I'm going to get farther in this than she is. She's always going to be a booker in fucking Seattle. Never, ever anything bigger than that. I'm going to get farther than that. And then I got to LA and I fucked her up. But there were 3 or 4 instances like that with her. And in every comedy market, Lee, you're going to have that instance. And I want you to analyze the instance and go, okay, what does that club mean to me? When I first got to the store, I was very fortunate. I got in a month. But for 18 months, 2000, I saw people down there that could have got more traction by going to a different club. But in their mind, if they didn't perform at the Comedy Store, was the end-all, be-all. No, it isn't. Getting on stage is the end-all, be-all, not you being here every night, waiting with your mouth open. I'll do 10 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a 10-second spot. I'll do it. 10 seconds. And I'm just exaggerating. But I don't ever want you to look like that. And in New York, you have so many places to go. Yeah, but Joey, listen, when you're with me, Josh, you get 200-300 people. When you're in the city, all you need is 5 to get the party started.
Oh, I love it.
When the 3 Jews showed up to see Jesus, it was 3 of them. Right? You need 3 people.
Shows for that.
A Jew needs 3 people. And all of a sudden he's doing magic tricks. He's fucking shuffling cards. He's doing 3-card Monte. He's singing us. Who invented vaudeville? The Jews. They sing, they dance, they Jackson 5, they shuffle and jive.
But the problem is, dude, and this is what I've had to do more of recently, is you have to hang out now.
Okay.
If you want to get in at any club, they have to know.
But the first assignment, which you always have done, I credit you for this. You have always gotten yours first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? You got to get yours first. So I know that, oh, my God, such and such is performing at 8:30 at the Cellar. I might swing down there. No. Such and such ain't putting a dime in your fucking pocket.
Right. No, that's something because I remember right when I got here, I think I bought tickets to one of the clubs, and you're like, don't do that.
We don't do that. We don't do that. Every once in a while, somebody that we want to see, that maybe we watch him and we could get, you've seen some of his YouTube tapes. You ever, I know he has, you ever go see a band that you heard of? And you kind of like, you heard 2 songs on independent radio, and you go down there and the place is only 280 people, and you get to see them raw when they're fucking starving, when they're all living in a van, and one of them's got VD, and the other one is getting chased by his mother for stealing the wedding band. That's talent. 20 years from now, when they're fucking gazillionaires, they're like Guns N' Roses, They got 28 people playing the songs. They're just out there fucking. And I'm not saying nothing bad about Guns N' Roses. I love Guns N' Roses. So that's where you feel. And I felt like that dog at the store. You're fucking ready to go up with the material of your life. And all of a sudden, somebody comes in and bumps your ass. You're like, God damn it. Or somebody comes in and does 3 or 4 fucking hours. I had my heart broken every week, once a week on demand. Whether it was fucking, whether it was acting, stand-up, a show that got pulled from me because the people found the tape of me that was dirty from Halloween 82 years ago. Shit like that.
They would cancel spots?
Oh.
Because of a tape you put up? Really?
Dog, people find shit, man. People find shit. And next thing you know, you're canceled. Not canceled. They'll pull you out because a club owner told them you were dirty. These club owners talk. Some of them are good friends. Maybe one is in Kansas City, but the other one's in Milwaukee. So they cross paths. So they talk about the comedians as they come through. It's the same market. They want to know what's going on. So.
And it's crazy because, it's stuff like that. It's all jokes, and your fans know that. But for it to come out, it could look could look bad. Is that something you worry about?
Come out what?
I don't know. If they took a joke out of context.
Listen, where we live today, we live in such a, I don't even know how to say the word without getting sound like an asshole. Flimsy. We're such this 1 week you love me, 1 week you don't. 1 week they love Kelsey, his girlfriend.
Swift.
What's her name?
Taylor Swift.
And then 2 weeks later, the Swifties are up in arms, which is bullshit. But it's always something. It's a life of balances. You're not always going to be the king. If not, everybody would do it forever. right? So you have to go through that. So you as a person have to always be prepared for that. What are they going to come up with fucking next? We live in a society now that they could, bro. You know how we always goof around with kids in California putting weed together that's stronger than the shit? That next thing you know, your eyes are popping out of your head. In 2 years, you're going to be smoking 41% shit. There's 35% shit now that's stocked now at stores. That means in a year, you're going to be smoking 48% shit, which there's some of that shit too.
Damn.
I buy it every week, the gunpowder.
It's called
Think
gunpowder?
of what these kids are going to do with AI. You're not going to be able to even walk down the street.
Why not?
Because I'm a young kid, and oh my God, that's Lee Syatt. I recognize him. He did Rogan one time with that other idiot Diaz. Let's tape him. And they just tape you walking, and all of a sudden you stop at a hot dog place, and you get a hot dog, and you fucking do all the right thing. You tip the guy, but you throw the wrapper in the garbage, and you walk away. 2 hours later, you're walking down Manhattan, and all of a sudden you're eating a fucking lizard. They put up a lizard meat, and the lizard's alive when they're boiling it, and they're gonna stab it and put it on a bun. You know, this is a reality.
Dude, the reality is they don't even need to tape you doing it. I have that app. I put up a couple videos.
Oh yeah, you with the Jew
you,
hat on and shit in Philadelphia. Stop! Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more.
But I didn't have footage of that. I just typed in Lee Syatt eats a cheesesteak and is a Jew.
I saw that. And I had to call my therapist at BetterHelp right off the bat.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure you got a couple other things to talk about.
Yeah, I got a lot of problems. I got a lot of fucking problems. But I ain't got no pilgrim suit dressed as a Jew.
Yeah, me either.
That's embarrassing.
You think I have that in my closet?
Yeah, but you put it on. Nobody has it in their closet. But if the guy puts his dick in your ass, there you are. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what you're saying.
Me neither. Doesn't matter. You know, we're living in a society right now that you could go on stage, say some shit, and people are going to post it up. And you know what? Listen, I was speaking to one of our old dear friends today from LA, right outside. I was waiting for a parking spot, but I wasn't. I just want to remember it was his birthday. Plus, it's our friend's death anniversary. And Charles Bronson died today, too, I think. So,
damn.
I think. But we were talking, and he goes, I'm having a lot more fun doing stand-up. I go, so Simone, so the fuck am I. I go, why? Because I have no parameters anymore. The personal parameters and the personal boundaries I put on myself over the years that somebody's watching, that disappeared. There's no producer watching me in Morris Plains, New Jersey, and there's no producer going to be there on a Saturday night in D.C. at some casino. And I know this going in. For years, it was always in the back of your mind, not as much on the road, but in your home clubs. You're not performing. We're always working on. So I was talking to Aaron Berg today, and he's like, so are you going to run your new hour? What new hour are you fucking talking about?
You don't go by hours, you go by bids.
There's no hour. I'm going to run because I'm not selling it. I'm not selling it. The Flyers back, Lee. It's wintertime. He's back. Oh, my God. Look at him. He's back. I recognize that motherfucker anywhere I see him.
If they come over to me,
he's going to go right into your hood and fucking go back to Manhattan with you, and then you'll see him. He's here, though. He's here, Lee. Let's see if he lands on me or you. That's the boy right there.
No,
he's excited to be back. Look at him.
It's Nick and George.
Look at him. He's going right to the... There he goes. Right to Johnny Hummus.
No, and he's gone.
No. Look, there he goes.
He did the same thing.
This is what I'm saying. He's waiting. He's going to go right over there in the garbage and sit there till you come. Then he's going to shoot right into your fucking little hood. Your Flyers back. Look at that. All right, motherfucker. You've been eating hummus again on that Indian stuff. Same difference. That Indian shit.
It's great.
Man.
I'm going to get you some Indian food.
So there's
some Indian food.
That's the thing. Right now you're in New York, Lee.
I am.
You're in New York City. You're trying to advance. So I understand when you get on stage with us on a Wednesday night at Lulu's House of whatever or the Dojo, think about it. You have no weight on your shoulders. Think how different the bucket show would be if I did that at the stand.
Yeah. I think it'd still be great.
Why? Because MTV might be there. The soap operas might be there. Somebody might be there.
You feel,
somebody wants to shoot a special. Somebody wants to do this. Somebody wants to do that. Think about it. When you do a show with me in Point Pleasant, ain't nobody going to come up to you afterward and go, oh, my God, we just have an idea for a TV show for CBS.
But like, why do you think
you and your pet fly are going to move into a resort in Montclair, New Jersey?
It's very
Look,
nice.
He's circling you.
No, where is he?
He's circling you.
He's nowhere around here. You're just lying on the audio list. Where is he?
I know Lee's fly as soon as I see
Yeah,
it.
because you rip their wings off and keep them as an experiment.
I've been knowing that. What wings are you talking about?
What
Those
do you mean?
flies are dead. I'm talking about your original fly in the office. That motherfucker took him 5 years to find you. He is so happy right now. He's been looking at the back of milk carts for fucking weeks. Looking for little Lee and shit.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, right now you're looking at that, and that's the difference that you have. And I've been there, but I didn't know I was doing it at the time. I've been there, but I didn't know I was doing it at the time.
Doing what?
What was I doing? I don't know. Was trying to do stand-up. Listen, when we were in California, doing stand-up in a bar in Boston on Tuesday is completely different than me pulling you down to Triple E's show at the store on a Tuesday night, correct?
Oh, yeah.
You're playing for what? You're playing for keeps. You're not fucking around. In Boston, you go up, the worst thing that can happen is the club closes the following week after you bomb.
That was Hartford, but yeah.
But in L.A., what's the worst thing that can happen?
Career could be over, in theory.
It's a different stress level. It's so many things. For the first time in years, I feel it, Lee. And I saw it in you in Florida. That's the first time. Because, see, I think about all this shit. You think I'm goofing on you, that you get married. And, I was thinking about what led up to that air. That's it. You weren't in New York. You weren't trying to fight your way into a contest. You weren't at the Luxor at midnight.
I feel like you guys probably bought a fucking.
So do you see what I'm saying to you? But I'm happy that came out because now you know that monster exists.
Right.
And now you'll use it more in New York and in other places. You have to pause and do all that. But in New York, you were rushing because you're trying to get the answer. You're trying to get them to like you. In Florida, you were just trying to be funny.
Okay, that's fair.
You didn't know this, but this is what the other wheels are doing in your head. Remember, you have listen, I'm no fucking Hannibal Lecter, but you got one side of your head that fucking likes to party and all this shit, but then the other side of the coconut is your Jew part. Either you got that or you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that makes you wake up in the morning and, pimp out bitches and fucking...
I do pimping out, but Jesus Christ.
Netanyahu's a pimp before anything. He started out as a pimp and fucking.
He did?
Yeah, in Tel Aviv. You didn't know that? Netanyahu had bitches 30 years ago. He was an operative, but he also, hey, like the man says, pimping it ain't easy, but it sure is fun. But think about it. Like when I first moved here, I was having a hard time connecting jokes. The jokes were always there, but it's like me tapping you on the shoulder and going, hey, 3 priests are sitting there, and that's the same thing. It's the connection that counts, and I had lost that. The pandemic, whatever the fuck made me lose that. I see you building that.
It was you just were out of practice for a little bit.
No. I know practice, and I know connection.
Okay.
I know when I used to do comedy after being sober for 5 or 6 nights, and I knew how it feel when I did an 8-ball the night before. The jokes were the same, but there was something missing. That connection was missing.
Again, and I guess that's what you're talking about with me in Florida, because me opening for, I think the difference when I open up for your crowds is I'm lucky enough that a lot of them like me already. And I've bombed in front of your crowds. I'm not saying I always do great. I've bombed in front of your crowds. But when I do well, it's a little bit easier.
No.
Thank you.
No, I'm just teasing.
No, I know. I had some good ones. But when it goes well, it's like it goes. It's even, and especially in front of that many people, it's like when it goes well, it's crazy.
You know, when I walk into jiu-jitsu class, there's a big thing up. When I'm walking up the stairs and I'm huffing and puffing and I got to pee, there's always this big thing that says, battles are always won before they're fought. And I really, really think that's stand-up. I think that's 80% of things. When you really break it down. But when it comes to stand-up, I really believe that. It starts, some days you could write all day, right? You're in front of the mirror, a little loving and chucking, your jokes are working, you're giggling, and I don't know. I don't fucking know. Anything could fucking trigger you, or I gotta stop saying the word trigger. It's a fag word.
No, but it's not a bad trigger because it does.
I don't know.
Things just
not
happen
the word
in your
isn't
life.
trigger. It affects you. Something happens from
I think you meant
the stairs. Like I'm using. I can't use the dojo. I got to use somewhere. The Comedy Store. When you're in the back,
right.
They're announcing you.
Okay.
And there's those two curtains.
In the main room.
In the main room, the secret is to go through the first curtain, but always get stuck in the certain curtain. So you get a laugh. You got stuck. It's like walking into a spider web.
Gotcha.
Like from the Munsters. You see what I'm saying, dog? I was learning that shit back from the Munsters. You walk into a spider web,
That's
you
funny.
always like hit it and go away and pick up a leg and throw a side kick. It's a spider, right?
That's so
Same
funny.
thing with the second stage, with the second curtain. But right there, when he says your name and you turn into the fucking audience, you either lose it or you go like a fucking animal. So let's go back to San Diego, La Jolla. You're here, Lee Syatt, bam. Okay, I don't mean to redo it.
That's what it felt like.
I don't mean to redo it.
No, it's fine. It was
me?
true. And I wasn't ready for it.
And something must have happened to me. Hey, your shoelace is untied. What? And all of a sudden, you're up on stage eating a bag of dicks, thinking this is the tape that's going to get you into the Aspen Comedy Festival. You know, because I remember those days, too, when I had a month to make a tape.
A month?
To make an Aspen, and they wanted $35 for me to send with the tape. And that was the only thing that was holding me back. $15 more, I got a half a gram of Coke. That was a tough competition for me to enter.
Did you enter it?
I finally got a tape at a black club. It was horrible.
The tape or the club?
The club was great. But at that time, I had been doing comedy maybe 18 months, a year. Very unorthodox, very sloppy, still lost. And I got into a black club in Denver. Club Mix. His name was Koali or something like that. Great fucking kid. He used to always tell me, when you're ready, I'll get you a spot at the Comedy Store and all this shit. You almost there, Cuba. So I would go down there on Sundays after I dropped my daughter off. I would force myself to go to a black club on Sundays. And they only liked two white acts, me and the veterinarian. All the other white acts they would throw shit at. And you would do, oh my God, you would do.
What do you mean shit? Like, was it like bottles or like?
Spoons, fucking Jellos, whatever they had in their hands, they threw at you.
Was it an open mic?
No, it was a Sunday night show. But guess what? In those days, they would bring in headliners who probably made $1,000 a night. Guess who those headliners were when I was in the open mic section of it? Fucking T to the motherfucking K. Kirkland, D.L. Hughley, the guy who died from the Kings of Comedy.
Bernie Mac.
I met him in that room. I met Cedric the Entertainer.
That sounds like a fucking fun room.
I didn't know who they were. They were flying in every week from the Midwest.
Just for this show?
Just for the show on Sunday nights. It was part of a black kind of circuit. They did like Denver and Omaha and whatever.
Okay.
So I didn't fucking know nothing about this shit. They just told me it was a Sunday night. So I would drop my daughter off and it was on East Colfax. And I would go up there and they would put me on first. And the first time I went up there and ate a bag of dick But he told me to come back. I see some hope and shit. So I went back like 2 weeks later, and this time I went up to black music. I went up to TLC, like one of those, you're a creep. Yeah, one of those jams. And I went out dancing, and I did better. And I go, holy shit. I'll go out dancing. Dog, if I had 6 minutes of material, it was a lot. And I would improvise like 8.
What sort of dancing would you do?
Like the kind of dance they do on Soul Train, you know.
On the way to the
Whatever.
mic or something?
Yeah, the same way you wiggle up on stage
Okay.
any song. But I would extend it, and they would go crazy, and then I would attack the crowd and call them people who they look like. So I would make fun of people. Like it wasn't.
You'd open
comedy.
your show like that?
Yeah, it wasn't
wow.
comedy. It wasn't really comedy, but it was the best I
It
had.
got
at the
laughs, I
time.
bet.
It did okay, and he would make me sit there for 3 hours.
Who's
And
he?
then at the end of the night, he'd go, I got you, homie. And I would wait to get paid, and he'd give me $5 bills and a drink ticket. And I have to drive home. I needed that $5 for gasoline for the way home, dog.
Like a single $5 bill? He would just give you $5?
5 singles.
Oh, Jesus.
And they weren't even together. They were all No, they weren't crumble, but they were all separate.
Did he ever give you any quarters?
No. But guess what? I went there every fucking Sunday.
Fuck yeah.
And I got a spot. Every Sunday was 4 spots a month that were extra. 4 spots a month. And then one fucking Sunday I went there. I didn't go for like 2 or 3 weeks in a row. And that 1 week I didn't go, there was a shootout. They killed 2 people. So I went the next day. There was fucking orange tape everywhere because I worked out there. I worked towards out there.
Okay.
So I went out by the thing to see what had happened. And there was never a Club Mix show again. MIXX. Club Mix.
I would love to. That's like one of my like bucket list things. I've always wanted to play a black club, and I haven't done it yet. I don't. Do they still exist?
Yeah. Oh my God. There's a whole no. Like underground. Like even
I'll
when
do
you get
anything.
to Austin, Texas. When you get to Austin, you think Comedy Mothership or the Creek in the Cave. When you get right by the airport, there's a club there. And I've been
Roscoe's?
watching. Maybe it's Roscoe's Comedy Club.
I've seen a lot of shows that are there.
Yeah. And
I know there was a black. Maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. But every city has a little underground black club. Maybe seats 250. Every other Saturday, a guy comes through. Old timer. They got to be like an old timer that the black community knows. Maybe not even from the internet. It's kind of weird.
That's cool though. I just wanted to see how I'd do there. That's like I don't know.
You would do great. I mean, it would teach you.
I'm so excited.
Listen, it would teach you. I got lazy because I was doing them in LA, and then I bombed, and I never went back. I bombed, and that was it. Because when you bomb like that in the black club,
oh yeah,
it ain't no bueno. You
crickets.
understand me? So after that, I just went with them, and then I started bombing in black rooms across the country, and that's fucking ugly. That's ugly. I bombed in Charlotte in a black room. I bombed in a couple fucking cities in black rooms. Detroit, I bombed horribly at not one club, at 2 of their clubs, back to back. Okay, so I know all about that shit. So at one point, I thought I was going to slip in the black door, speak a little blacker and dance, and because I knew a lot of black history shit. Well, James Brown, shit I just knew stupid shit about Harlem, shit like that. So I thought I would get away with it, but it doesn't replace writing jokes. And it doesn't, in fact, when I got to LA, the big thing was people picking a genre. All of a sudden, your great-grandmother was Panamanian. You never spoke Spanish in your life around me, but all of a sudden, you're part of Latino night. I wasn't mad at you as a player because you got to get yours and get your spot.
Right.
But now all of a sudden you're fucking Panamanian, George. I know you're 20 years. Every week you're eating meatballs and sandwiches. All of a sudden now your long-lost grandmother's Panamanian. So I used to get, and then it went away. Latino comedy really went away. It stopped.
You think so?
Oh, when I got to LA in 97, dog, it's what put money in my pocket. I'm never going to fucking criticize it. but it was putting money in my pocket. Money, Coke money, and I could pay rent. And it was every other weekend in all those, where you got Simi Valley, all those towns,
Right.
all those fucking farmer towns.
Yeah.
Dog,
I did all those shows. And
I would go up there. They pay me $500 in the theater.
Damn.
For a weekend for 2 shows. That would be like fucking
Christmas.
Huh?
Christmas.
And then I remember opening for Paul Rodriguez, 3 shows, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh shit. That's like $1,000. Sacramento, all up in Northern California.
And they still have great comics doing shows there, but like I think the difference is like the guys who you mentioned doing shows with back then, like they all like blew up. Like you're like, well, it was Gabriel Felipe, and like it's all like really successful comics. I'm like maybe like they just had were successful and had really good shows before they got really successful. But like they don't really. There's still great shows down there. I've done a bunch of great shows in Orange County.
I think that the concept of getting your own room, besides some comics that still do it, but they still don't do it right. Me getting a room and not paying you is bullshit. Okay? Everybody in that room should be getting something.
If you're charging for tickets.
Okay. If you're charging for tickets, but a lot of people at that level will get $300 for a budget, will pay a headline at $150. They swallow the $150. They get the feature for free. And everybody else works for free. And they each got like a fucking coupon for a soda. No, everybody should get $10. $10, bro, when you're a young comic, $10 goes a long way, dog.
Dude, if you're
because everywhere else you go in, nobody's giving you shit.
Dude, if you're in LA or New York, it's not even getting paid. It's not having to pay to do comedy. Open mics are you spend a lot of money if you're in LA or New York doing open mics.
Fucking parking and
no, paying to do the open. The clubs or the venues charge you like $5-6.
And that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's fucking horrible. It's just a lot of people have forgotten. I came up in a time where people built their rooms. And man, look, Denver 94. Denver 94, 95 is where everything. And it wasn't because I was doing A rooms or opening up for A comics. It was because I was working and getting paid in combat zones. I was working in combat zones, dog. I'm a fucking East Coast dude. And I was doing comedy shows in Wyoming on Friday and Saturday. I was doing Montana on Friday and Saturday. This is before Tribble. This was with a friend of mine who was a motorcycle mechanic and booked comedy rooms on the weekends. This motherfucker paid my rent for a year ahead of time because he would always fill in the gaps. My rent was $400. This guy I would just call him up and go, I'm coming up to pick up rent. It's okay. I got a gig for you on the 23rd. I got Greeley on the 8th. I got this.
That's awesome.
And it was, it was unfucking believable.
And how, like, as much shit as I talk about people who don't do anything for you, like, how much do you love that guy who would give you those $400? If he called you for a show right now, you'd probably do it.
I'd do it. He called me. He hit me up on Facebook to call him because his son didn't believe a story I told on a podcast years ago. His son, dog, I called him right away. I can't think of his name right now. I'm a little on the high side. But that guy, and there's another guy that I've told the story about, but never told the outlast. When I started comedy, I met this guy at an open mic in Greeley, which belonged to the guy we're talking about. I met this certain comic. And we did a show together. We didn't speak much. How you doing? How long you been doing this? 8 months. How long you been doing this? 2 days. Like, seriously, when I met him, that was my second show ever. So I met him, and all of a sudden, I don't bump into this guy till December 18th of 1991. This was like the 24th of July in 91. I'm bumping into this guy in the finals of a contest. Since you were talking about contests, we'll wrap it up with this.
Okay.
And fucking that night, when they were putting us into different groups, I got a call over to the table where the fucking people who ran the contest were, And they're like, this guy says you're cheating, that you're a pro. And I go, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, you got $5 that night
Oh my
for
God.
gas. And I didn't deny it. I go, it was for gas. It wasn't for my performance. I go, then again, you got $5 too. He goes, yeah, but I didn't take it. I go, stop. You took the fucking $5.
Like he's trying to keep his professional
Yeah, he tried to get me
amateur
disqualified.
status.
I was ready to throw hands at this motherfucker. Yeah, I was ready to throw hands at this motherfucker. But one thing led to another, and they let me perform, and I ended up winning. I won the check. I won the hosting job. And you know what? I didn't see him for a couple months. And then somebody said, his name was Andy Payton. There you go. And then one night somebody said he had a room. And dog, I'm a hustler. I need to get on stage. I'm not looking to get paid. And I went down into this room. And we started talking. He was like, listen, man, what I'll do is this. He goes, what this guy was doing was he had no job. Today, he's a mayor of a town, a small town in Colorado. He probably passed away by now. Good dude, good white man. Dead! Anyway, he was a good white man. I'm not going to lie to anybody. Because he told me this guy used to, very smart, and I learned a lot from him because he used to go, he lives in Cliffside. He lives in North Bergen. He wouldn't give a fuck. He'd drive to PA. He would drive all the way to PA, and he'd fucking get like 4 bars in a row that were 25 minutes away from each other. And he'd go into each of them, go, how you guys doing? What's your slowest night? Man, we got nothing going on Sunday. How about I come in here and do an open mic? We'll start with $150 a week. Well, we don't know. Just start it out. And he would do that in 4 of those bars and get 3 accounts. Better than nothing, right?
It's a great way to make money.
But he would do that in 3 different places, Lee.
And how he would sell them out?
No. He never sold anything out, that poor bastard. But if it sat 80 people, he got 40 in there. And
not bad.
What he would do is, it was the law of diminishing returns, not the law of diminishing returns. So he would start in Edgewater and Fort Lee and do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 different places, 2 in Edgewater, Roomba Latina, a place in Fort Lee, and another place towards going to Englewood Cliffs on Saturday. That starts late at 10 because they dance with the Salsa Stars from 8 to 10. Starts at 10. That room pays like $200. And he would do them for like 2 or 3 weeks. Then he would, come on, it's against the grain. He's going to lose a fucking Wednesday because we didn't get enough people. And he's going to lose Friday because your comics were too dirty. But he's already got those 2 in place. But he's already got Union City, Hoboken, and Jersey City. He started with 5 rooms there because how much action is there in Hoboken and how much action is there in Jersey City? Well, after 3 weeks, he's going to lose 2 rooms there. But he still has 4 rooms left and the 2 up here. And he would build on those fucking things. And then when they would get big enough, he put together a newspaper, ladies and gentlemen.
A comedy newspaper?
A comedy newspaper about comedy events in the area and art events. And fucking he put posters and he got advertising from George and he got advertising from Union City Department of fucking Arts. And he fucking would put the newspaper in your bar for free. So when you went to Rudy's or Patsy's or the Chinese place you like or El Bagante, where we go for Cuban food, whatever the fuck, Las Brisas.
I miss El Brigante.
When you go to these places, on the way in, you're fucking bored. You know the menu. You'd pick up the fucking newspaper, and you'd read about local comics. And guess who wrote in there? Who had an article in there about Jewish affairs every week? Rich Voss. Guess who had an article about marriage tips? Lee Syatt. He's getting ready for a marriage. The whole newspaper was written by comics.
That's cool.
They wanted to learn how to write.
That's really fun.
Fuck yeah, it's fun. And then they sold advertising. He paid the comedians from the advertising money. And all the bars that did comedy at his place got free advertising in the newspaper.
Nice.
Come on, bro. It's a no-brainer. So I always admired that.
Did you write a column?
No. I couldn't even write jokes. I was having a hard time to sit there with a pen and a piece of paper. But it was very weird that I saw what he did at the time. There was another kid named Jimmy that this guy had a new comedy room every 10 days. And some of them paid, a lot of them paid, and he always paid me. So when I left here in 93, I was going through what you were going through. And I'm like, I can't do this no more. I'm going to Hamburger Harry's at 5:30 at night. I got to leave Cliffside, walk over the bridge, then take the A train down and fucking walk 10 more fucking blocks and sign up. Then they pick a fucking number. And in those days, you had bananas, you had nothing in Jersey, but everything in Jersey was in the middle because Bill Bellamy, and Jay Moore lived in fucking whatever. There was a little comedy newspaper back then, the Village Voice. And the Village Voice had a section for comedy. So when you went in there, it talked to you about the Boston Comedy Club and the Village Underground, I think. There was only 2 clubs. And I still remember George bringing me home a Village Voice and me going over there in July of 93, and it was Felicia Michaels, Nick DiPaolo, but most importantly, it was Dave Chappelle, fresh off Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Oh, shit.
And I paid like $10 for that show.
Of course.
It was always over there. It was like 3 or 4 nights a week.
That's crazy.
So that's how I knew about Comedy in the Village, but I didn't know about all the other open mics. I didn't know how to even get access to them. I was doing what you're doing, Lee. And finally I called home and Jimmy's like, nah, I got 4 rooms on a Tuesday, 3 rooms on a Wednesday. The only thing we didn't have was weekend work.
Yeah, that's hard to
That's why I
get.
delivered Chinese food and sold cocaine. You see what I'm saying? There's always an angle, Lee. You know what I'm saying?
And it's cool because I follow Side Splitters on Instagram, and they had Doug Stanhope did like a noon show on Saturday. So because you were talking about it's tough for a dirty comic, and I'm not a dirty comic at all, but there is people use it as an excuse, and it's not because you can sell you're a dirty comic. There's dirty comics who do major clubs and do theaters, and it's not
define dirty. Define what is dirty. Define. Am I going up there talking about pussy or dick every 45 minutes? No. You mention it. I mean, what is define dirty? Define edgy. Define shock. What are all these things? I think I do a little bit of each of those fucking things.
I would agree with you.
Right? I think I steal from all those categories.
Well, yeah.
A little bit of shock, a little bit of fucking this, a little bit of that, and you mix it up a little bit, you chuck and jive, you got a left hook, you got a right uppercut, you got a fucking knee to the balls, and you got a couple fucking weapons in you.
Well, that's from an open mic comedian, that's a problem I have with some dirty open micers, is you're talking about all that, the boxing, all they go with is haymakers, and they're it's not good.
Boy, here's the problem, Lee. Don't ever worry about dirty open micers, because we were just discussing this again. I started clean. I really, 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 really believed in my heart that I could work clean. And then it went from clean to a little edgy as far as attitude was concerned. And then Dice came into the thing, and the attitude grew, and eventually 20 years later, I put it into a fucking act.
Right.
But I still remember sitting at comedy clubs, and it would be comic behind comic talking about the head of an aborted fetus, how they were going to step on it, and all this shit.
That's terrible.
When it's dirty and it's got nowhere to go, those guys don't last long in the business. And if they do, they attract the same 6 idiots, and they find their own hangout, and they're there every week tapping themselves in the back to see who could be the dirtiest comic.
Yeah, that's not what you want.
Okay? You could be as dirty as you want, but your heart has to come out somewhere there. There has to be a connection there so the audience knows that you're just fucking around in a sense. you're a little committed to it. What you're talking about is probably real, and you probably don't do it, but because you smile when you say it, and your heart comes out, and your microphone, how you're holding it, or the way your hand is up, because people are looking at your hand.
Interesting.
Okay, they're looking at your hands.
Oh shit!
How were you raised? What does this mean?
Stop.
So whatever the fuck is going on here, so please understand, this is a complete fucking art here. This is not just when you're young, and if you want me to sit here and tell you I didn't do it, I'm fucking lying to you. My nose is going to grow bigger than Pinocchio's.
Yeah.
We all come out there. If I had dice, so I tried, and George will tell you, I tried a few. What if Godzilla comes back? What if the speakers fall out of the window? Yeah, I'm not. You want me to sit here and tell you everything was brilliant? No, it took years to find the style, and people are calling this certain type of comedy like I don't know what they're calling it, but it's not. It's a style of comedy that because you have a smile at me telling you to go fuck yourself, and me telling you to go fuck yourself is two different things.
That's very true.
Okay, me calling you a fucking spick motherfucker, and me going, you know what? You're just a spick motherfucker, dog. Is two different fucking things. Okay, so some people don't even see that beauty because their world is so fucking dark, they don't see it. And there's nothing you could do about that. I'm sure you come watch me sometimes, and I watch you, and I know sometimes you're like, how is he getting away with that?
Me watching you, yes.
How is he getting away with that? Number one, it's 34 fucking years.
What's also,
maybe 40 years because I used to rob drug dealers, and you got to be funny in prison to not get beat up.
I was going to say, dude, I think more about you getting away with things in real life than I do with on stage. On stage, I kind of get it because there's like very few things. You know me, I'm nervous as fuck. On stage, I'm not. I'll say almost anything to anybody. But I had a point right before. I don't know, God damn it.
See what happens when you're not in training anymore.
I am in training.
But we stopped light today. We started light.
I mean,
I didn't want to give you 1,500. I didn't want to give you 500.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, he's gone.
What were you talking about? I don't know.
Being nervous on stage.
Who the fuck knows? You hungry?
Always.
All right, let's go eat something. Where you at this week, beautiful?
This week, the first thing is actually today when you wake up, my stand-up on the spot is out. So I'm really excited about that. It's on YouTube, just stand-up on the spot. Great episode. Neil Brennan, Drew Dunn, me, Jeff Asmus, Ian Finance, a lot of great people. Very excited about it. And I have shows around New York. Next big shows are with you on Saturday in Maryland. Very excited for the casino. It's MGM Grand Harbor.
Yeah,
fucking
the
awesome.
Grand Harbor Theater.
The theater, motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, motherfucker.
It's going to be fucking awesome. I'm so excited to go play some blackjack and do some. Okay. I got to make sure I'm good after Florida. After you talk me up after Florida. And then the next big one is the 13th through the 15th. I'm opening for Josh Wolf at Laugh Boston.
Look at you and shit. That's my boy. I'm just excited about Wednesday night. I'm excited about the night before Thanksgiving in Philadelphia. We're back at fucking Parks, going back to Cali. Going back to Cali. What? I don't think so.
Are we doing something Wednesday?
Huh?
You said Wednesday night.
Wednesday the 26th. We're at fucking November 26th.
Oh, that one before Parks.
And then December 6th, we're at
Virginia.
At the
December 5th, we're at Caesars, Virginia, Danville, Virginia.
Caesars in Danville, Virginia. We're going to be there. Very excited
about Virginia. I haven't been to Virginia in fucking years.
I want to eat some peanuts.
Huh?
I want to eat peanuts. I think I drove through Virginia.
Listen. Stop.
You stop. It's great.
Stop.
They put in Coke. Yeah. I want to try it.
This is the Pantheon at Caesars, Virginia. Friday, December 5th. Friday, December 5th. Boop, doop, de-doop. You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck you think you're dealing with? Joey Bananas or what? So we got 3 big ones coming up, Lee.
Very
I
excited.
don't want to hear no story. Then I don't know what's going to happen. We were discussing your bachelor party the other night. We got a location. We got a hotel. That's all that
Jesus
matters.
Christ.
And your wife cannot come. We're just
That's fine.
gonna kidnap you off the street, like they did that agent from the FBI in fucking Mexico, Kiki Camarena. Remember how they took him off the street in Narcos?
No, how did they take him?
They fucking put a bag over his head and they put him in a Volkswagen.
Who?
And that was
You threw who's
they
who's
kicked him
gonna
a
be
few
lifting
times.
me? Is this gonna be George and Nick?
No. We're not even gonna be around. We're gonna hire 3
You hire
guys
people.
to just
It's gonna be
take
the
you off the
fucking
street. Boom.
Mike from the fucking
No,
dojo.
2 guys work for ICE part time.
Oh, good.
And the other guy's just a Mexican guy. He's a specialist. Just gonna take you off the street, bring you to the location, dress you up, starve you for 6 hours because the chubby
starving. That doesn't seem like
we're
starving
starving you
for 6 hours.
We're just gonna shoot Ozempic in you every hour on the hour.
Oh, I can
In a
use it.
different thigh. And then we got the chubby girl, the black girl, getting ready, eating peanut butter cups, the whole thing. And we got her prime. She's gonna start about 1:15, and at 9 is when the bachelor party starts. But before the festivities start, we're gonna bring you out blindfolded,
Oh my god.
throw you on your hands and knees. Your hands are gonna be tied behind your back.
I'm not tying nothing behind my back.
We're gonna open up your fucking mouth and put like a ball in there, like one of those sex balls. And that black chick's gonna fart right in your mouth with that sex ball. You're gonna have an option.
Dude,
with
if
it.
you don't want to come to the wedding, just you don't have to come. This sounds like
You don't have to
terrible.
come to the wedding.
Why do you talk? Why are you talking about? This
The
sounds
bachelor
terrible.
party.
I don't.
When are we
This
gonna
does
get
not
married?
sound like a bachelor party that I want.
Yeah, this is the kind of, what are you gonna do? Sing around and tell Jew stories? What are you gonna
No,
fuck
why
is
can't I just
wrong
get a
with you?
lap dance? Why do I have to have someone
Lap
part
dance?
of my?
Who gets a lap dance at a bachelor party? What are you, 10? That's what I did when I went to my fucking 8th grade prom. You know what I'm saying? We got to go deep. You're only going to do it one time. You know, the black chick's going to fart in your mouth. We're going to put
No
a
one's
sex ball.
farting in my mouth.
And then she's going to have them.
I'm gonna send my
She's gonna
flies
have
to
a
everywhere
mask.
you are. My
She's gonna-
flies.
gonna
I'm
whip you a
gonna be
little
with
bit.
you on stage. No
I know
one's
you like to
whipping
get
me.
whipped and beat up a little bit, kick you and do things to your asshole with wax and shit. You ever get
No
that?
one's doing shit to my asshole.
Yeah, yeah.
This is not a party.
This
This
is a
sounds
party.
like a terrible
And then
party.
We got like 6 girls
And
coming in.
there's no more. And then
Listen, we're paying top dollar. We're getting them medically checked.
you can't.
They're all giving blood, everything.
Why are they giving blood?
Because we want to make sure you can eat ass, everything.
I don't
here.
want to eat ass.
This is your bachelor party. Oh, yeah. All of them are going to have hair on their pussy, so you take a little souvenir home.
You really don't know how to
Forget
sell a
about
party.
it. Everybody's going to be
This is
fucking.
like the worst party I've ever been
listen,
to.
blood tests, smear
Yeah,
tests,
I don't want a
everything.
blood test on my fucking.
Not you, all the 6 chicks. So,
I
and you're going to get the reports the next day.
I
So
don't
you
want.
feel
I don't want
confident.
any reports.
Because we're going to fuck you up that night. We got smelling salts.
Oh Jesus!
We got fucking MGMD, whatever that shit.
What the fuck is MGMD?
The shit that you dance to for 12 hours.
Oh Jesus!
It's going to be a good bachelor party.
Oh, this sounds.
And we're going to
terrible.
hold you in captivity for a day so you could, shoot IVs in you and all that shit. Get you back. So you're back by the podcast by Monday. We will be off December 7th. You're visiting your family. But once you get back, that's when we'll plan the bachelor party and we'll get this party started. That's it. I'm excited for Lee. Lee wants a wedding. He wants to get married. It's going to be we're going to give you 10 days. You know that? What's that song? On the 11th day of Christmas. No. Watch those fucking 12
I got
days.
shows, mother.
That shit starts on Georgie's birthday. Georgie's birthday is the 12th
Of what?
of December. And that's when we start our countdown to Lee's wedding on the 27th
I need to be sober.
of December.
Yeah, I need to be sober.
So by that time, get the tuxedo, get all that shit, because we're just going to captivate you one night. Not we're just not going to, we'll not captivate you, we'll kidnap you, but it's a different word. I got to watch Law and Order.
Oh my god!
We're gonna sequester you, or
It's amazing that you're just allowed to say this and it's gonna happen and like.
no, we're not gonna say anything. You know,
You
listen,
just said it. It's
after the
recorded.
experience within the first of all, this ain't gonna be no just fat chick from Newark farting in your mouth.
No one's farting in my mouth.
This chick wants a small fee.
Oh,
I gotta start a Patreon for you and a GoFundMe.
and to GoFundMe.
This chick wants 10 grand. This chick, I
For
would
what?
give her 20. You wait till you see her body. She wants to fart in your face, but she's one of these skinny chicks that likes to eat,
That's not gonna be good.
and she's gonna blow. First, she's gonna.
You've been promising me something else.
No. First, she's
What do you
gonna.
mean, no?
She's gonna open up your eyes because you're gonna have a mask on. She's gonna slit your eyes over here, open up your eyeballs, and she's gonna show you how she farts and blows out a candle from 3 feet away.
That's really nice.
Just a little slight machine gun, ta 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 ta, and then she's gonna blow the big one right into your fucking mouth.
No one's doing
And
that.
listen to me, you're gonna love it. You're gonna fall off the bench. We'll give you with the the asthma spray I spray.
Yeah, I have those.
We're gonna give you a couple of those when you get up, and then we're gonna feed you.
Dude, if anyone farts in my mouth, there's gonna be
And then the
one's
6
fun.
chicks are coming in.
stop.
Crime. We're flying them in. We're gonna do fucking interstate kidnapping like Diddy. There's gonna be a Diddy type bachelor party. We're getting that pink cocaine. We're doing it all,
How
dog.
much baby oil?
No baby oil. Everything's
What do you
rough.
mean? You just had a Diddy party.
Listen, what are you, a masseuse? I'm not a masseuse either.
It's like
you know what
the-
I'm saying?
You can't have a Diddy party without a baby
It's
oil.
not a Diddy party. Diddy's in
You
jail.
just said a Diddy
Don't
party.
even mention Diddy. This is going to surpass
Yes, you
Diddy.
did.
There's no victims. See, with us, nobody habla español. That's the other treat I got for you. Nobody knows English. And everybody's going to be sequestered on the way in. Nobody's even going to know where they're at.
Sequestered?
The 6 chicks, the black chick, only like 3 or 4 of you guys are going to know where it's at. You're not even going to know. Nobody can save you. We're going to throw your phone away. We're going to step on your SIM card. It's all over. Anyway, why discuss the fucking situation? I love you motherfuckers. Have a great day. It's November 4th, Jack. Get ready for a fun-filled month. I got my main man, the original Catholic, Mr. Steve Simone. The only cat. Did you go to church this Sunday?
Yeah, I streamed it.
Did you? Good for you. God bless you. You know, you don't need to go down there. I started getting pissed off because people are like, what are these rednecks doing there? Well, I'm driving my car to sit outside the church. What's that going to do for you? You get more magical powers. Sit outside the strip club. Maybe you'll find $1 on the floor or something like that. What the fuck is wrong with people? First of all, church is something that you go to every day. It's in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nothing bothered me more when I was a kid. In 73, they were telling you that there was 2 mortal sins. Not going to church and murder. And I'm like, how does that?
Even on the same level.
So how can I not go to church, but if I murder somebody, I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Then I started going to church and I started seeing people. And I started seeing people from church and how they acted in real life. And they think because they go to church, that makes them a good Catholic, Christian, unorthodox, a synagogue Jew, whatever the fuck they are. Like, anybody who goes to church, I get it. I get that it makes you feel better inside.
Yeah, it's about trying to get that sense of peace.
It's about trying to get that sense of peace. But 50% of people who go to church today go for a social activity to be seen. And I can tell. I smell that shit right the fuck out.
Yeah, I think one of the things that made an impression on me, and I don't know if this, take it for whatever it is, and I'll paraphrase it, but somebody once told me that a church it's not like an art museum for perfect people. You're not a perfect piece of art that's going there to be shown off, but it's more like a hospital for sick people. So when you see people showing up at church and then you see them acting like an animal 6.5 days a week, it's not necessarily that they're phony, but at least they're making that step to try to change their life. And I'm of that point of view where I don't judge anybody. You know, I don't know what's in anybody's heart. And
instead of going to church 1 day a week, I'd rather be a gentleman 7 days a week.
That's it, but
And
that's
do
what it's
one
supposed to
thing
do.
every day.
Yeah, I took that from you, where
To
you make
stick out.
somebody's everybody.
Today I seen the Mexican lawnmower down there.
Yeah.
And I sat there watching him. And he had a bandana around his face. And I said, this is what you do instead of going to church. I went in the house. I got the coldest water in the refrigerator. And I put a mask.
That's exactly what you're supposed to
I walked
do.
down the corner. I gave him the fucking water and the whatever, and he put the mask on. I
Yeah.
didn't take a picture. I didn't put it on fucking
Exactly.
Periscope for people to see me being a
But
good
how
guy.
good did you feel after that?
I felt like $1 million.
Exactly.
The chick next door to me needed a couple masks. She's got a little girl.
Yeah.
Her girl plays with my little girl.
Yeah.
You know, this lady one day knocked on my door. She's like, are you hungry? Like, I never met the lady before. She goes, are you hungry? I'm like, yeah. My wife said, hi. And they're like, oh, they know each other.
Okay.
She turned me on to beef stroganoff from Granville.
I don't know about that.
You know where Granville is?
No.
Granville is on Ventura. Never went there.
I don't even know what it is.
Lady goes, do you want beef stroganoff? They gave me 2 of them by mistake. I didn't have to pay for them. Me and my wife is like, sure. Do you know that now we go to Granville once a month?
To get the beef stroganoff?
It's delicious.
Wow.
And I don't eat it there. I take it to go because they sell curry dishes. And if they
Yes,
make a
that
mistake,
smell
I'll
alone.
smack the guy in the head with the dish. So I don't go there. I can't lie to you, but I get it. I pick it up. My wife and me pick it up.
Yeah.
But that's how nice the lady is, you know. So these are acts. Like right now, I'm really looking for humanity to come out.
Me
Like,
too.
you see what's going on. I mean, so we're fucking on the thing till May 15th, and Dana White has that one. I have a fight on the 16th.
Wow.
You know, it's like, here's a guy that never ends. I know he's got people on top of him that are giving him backhands. If you know the whole story,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, there's people that he has to answer to. Don't think that, but they're making him that crazy because they want their money.
Yeah.
You know, everybody wants. That's why this fight had to happen on the 18th.
Right.
There was a payment that was due. Something was going on, and so now he wants to have one on the 16th. You know, I see all these people doing shitty things to people now. I saw Ticketmaster do something today.
Yeah, they're not giving refunds anymore.
Refund.
What?
Yeah. So what you
They're
need
just going to hold on to your money?
yeah, what you need to do from now. And when I don't know what date you go back to. You should. I'll tell Mike Klein to find it when I told everybody to get their money back. Lee, did I not?
Yeah, right as this started.
Right when it started, I go, do me a favor, guys. Go get your money back right now. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. Don't play games. Go get your money. This is not going to be good. I told you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want them to have your money.
Right.
Okay? I don't want them to have your money if there's no date in the air. And right now, there's no dates in the air. Okay? So nobody should have your fucking money.
Yeah.
Miami told me they're sending it back. It's going to take 10 to 14 days. I don't know what they're going to do in Cleveland and what the other place I'm going to, the other Indianapolis. You know, I got a date in Vegas. Who knows what's going to happen there? I'm sure I'm going to get an addendum
Yeah.
with saying, listen, we can't put 1,600 people in here.
Right.
You can only fit 480. Do you mind taking a pay cut? No. You know, you guys were always good to me. You know, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand what's going on, you know. So, but who gives a fuck about that? You have made me so proud the last 3 weeks.
Aw.
Every day I wake up to see what culinary.
That's how I've been keeping myself happy. I'm just making
You
deliciousness.
look good. You haven't gained any weight.
Because I've been also working out. I've been doing what you said. I'm getting out in the sun. I'm doing my push-ups. I'm trying to do the intermittent fasting. I'm trying to go at least 15 hours a day without eating. But when I do eat, I kill it. I'm making all my favorite food from scratch. And I'm glad over the last 20 years, I couldn't find the food that I love. So I had to learn how to make it myself. So now I'm in lockdown. I'm loving it.
Your pork sandwich is one of the best in the business. And I grew up in Edgewater, North Bergen. Edgewater had a fucking pork sandwich, H&B restaurant that you would kill for.
It's
Pork,
the greatest.
pickles, and hot sauce.
Ugh.
With a piece of provolone cheese. You have no fucking idea.
Yep.
Pork, and you come in a strong second.
I'll take the
That
compliment.
dude is dead. You know, he's dead. So you're the new fucking reigning champion right there. I mean, you've always enjoyed cooking. This is what I told people from the beginning of this thing when it started. That you can look at this two ways. Yes, this is very bad. And yes, we're going to suffer financially. And yes, we're not going to have a lot of the things that we want to do. So start something new.
Absolutely.
And you have impressed the shit out of me from the pizzas. I know the first pizza you made, I called you and you were very honest. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was tricky, but you just kept making them.
That's it.
Eating
Reps.
them, sampling them. If they weren't good, you brought them to one of the kids who's dying. Eat this. This will push you over the top. You know what I'm saying?
The pizza I made yesterday was the best pizza I've ever had.
Really?
It
was the best pizza I've ever had.
I can tell. It looked fucking good. Like,
Yeah.
it looked like he really got it. What type of oven do you have to use?
Home oven. See, that's what I like about the videos I put out. Because when I was trying to learn this stuff, everybody wants to show you how to do this under perfect situation. With the $2,000 pizza oven, with all the best tools. I don't have any of that. But I learned how to make it in a normal person kitchen. I have my cheat codes. And I encourage everybody to do it. Because it gives you a sense of accomplishment, too. Like, you feel good. You're like, I made this. It gives you something to do with your time.
Was the gnocchi homemade from A to Z?
Scratch. from scratch.
Now, is this something your mother taught you? Or?
No. Gnocchi has always been like the family favorite, but I went online to look how to do it. Because my mom was like, oh, like, it was her grandmother that would make them. Or, like, my mom didn't make gnocchi from scratch. So I looked at a couple videos, and that needs more reps. Was it good? Absolutely. Was it better than any gnocchi I've had in L.A.? Yeah, the restaurants I go to.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't afford the best restaurants, but I went, this is great, but it wasn't perfect. It wasn't the best gnocchi I had. The pizzas, I'll put up against anybody. I used 3 different kinds of flour. I used 4 different kinds of cheese, 2 different kinds of tomatoes. And in the fall, I went to the best pizzeria in the country, arguably, is this place called Defara Pizza in Brooklyn, Midwood, Brooklyn, I think. Fantastic. The nicest people in the world. And the best pizza I've ever had outside of Naples, okay? The best. And I saw their techniques. And they put the fresh basil on the pie after it comes out of the oven. And then they give it a little shot of Partana extra virgin olive oil to bring all the flavors together. I did that, a little pecorino romano on top when it came out of the oven, and everything just comes together. It's amazing. So good.
And you make the sauce from scratch?
Yep. I used the Napoli tomatoes, which are San Marzano style, grown here in California, which I saw in a YouTube video. This guy from Italy has a pizza shop, and he says that's what he uses. And then I also use Muti tomatoes that they use at Defara. So I'm always experimenting. It's always a work in progress. It's like your stand-up set. You're like, this works, but how can I make it better? That's what I've been doing with the pizza.
How you adjusting to life without stand-up?
Better than I thought, to be honest with you. I am. I don't miss the travel. I do not miss being on a plane. I do not miss living out of a suitcase. I miss the store. I miss seeing my friends. That's why I was so happy to just come down here and hang out with you guys tonight. I miss people. And I do miss that connection when you're on stage, where you just, when it's working, and you know you're sharing that moment with the audience and there's like joy in the air. I miss that.
It's April 14th. I have not been on stage since March 2nd.
Wow.
The rust syndrome gives me anxiety to think about and panic. But I know I'm going to have plenty to say the first 20-minute spot I have.
Exactly. And you know what I think?
It's going to be rage, magnitude, and I'm just going to be funny just from being angry.
And that audience is going to be like this. They're not going to have a chip on their shoulder.
No. They're
going to be the best audience there is.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
That I'm looking forward to. I was telling Eleanor on Sunday, I'm so looking forward to starting from scratch. Mm-hmm. I even been going back to the videos I watched in the beginning to get my mind where it was then when I was watching those early guys. I watched something from Dice last night that was pretty good. I got nice and high. Me and Lee drank the magic potion. I went by his house. I went by Urban Trees at 9:45. They were getting ready to lock up. They're like, man, I said, just give me 3 bottles of the fucking juice. I had Lee wait for me on Laurel Canyon. I brought him a bottle. We fucking drank it. Ooh. I went home and just watched but I watched just for the women. Dice Clay has a thing.
Oh, yeah, the HBO special for ladies only or something.
Fucking hilarious. You know, I'm so happy I got that time to hang around with him. That was as broke as I was, and as coked up as I was, and as desperate as I was. Me, you, Bobby Lee, and Jim Norton in Vegas. When we walked into that room and there was all that food, we just looked at each other like, holy shit.
Yeah, we were starving.
We didn't even, nobody said, take your time. They put the platter down. We started ripping the fucking things. And then we went for breakfast, a late breakfast, and he kept sending the eggs back.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that night?
He would do stuff like that. It would make me so embarrassed.
You know, another reason why I wanted to have you on, believe it or not, this gives you a lot of time to think.
Yep.
And you think of good things.
Yes.
And you also think of bad things that you did or mistakes that you made.
Yes.
You know, and depending on how many edibles I eat, I react to that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes me really sad. Sometimes I go, I can't believe that. I should call these people right now and apologize at 2 in the morning. And it's The other night, guess who came into my thoughts? And I almost called you. It was just too late to call you.
It's never too late to call me. Call me whenever.
Fat James came
God rest
into
his
my
soul.
life. And I thought about, what was Fat James's real name?
James Price Jr.
James Price Jr. When did he get here?
Like 2001,
And where did he come from?
New Hampshire.
And he came right here and he got a job at the lot store, at the comedy store, right?
No, he came and he was just hanging out. And he was the open micer nobody would talk to but me. And
Nice kid in the beginning. Very nice.
very nice. And the reason he got his job there is there was Eddie Griffin was on stage. I was working the OR front door. And Eddie Griffin was getting into it with an audience member, like a drunk redneck dude. And then there came a point where the guy had enough. And this dude stands up and he's like 6'6", and he charges the stage. And I'm like, well, oh my God. But it was those years where you just, I don't know, I just jumped on the guy and I kicked him and I'm trying to wrestle this guy to the ground. Now all the tables are coming and I'm like, I'm in trouble. It's this guy's friends. Then comics are jumping in and there's a melee. And then I feel this force of nature and I go, I can handle this guy, but whatever this is, I'm done. And it was Fat James. And I just hear, I got your back, brother. I got your back, brother.
Yeah,
He had such a big heart
he
that
didn't give a fuck.
none of the other door guys jumped in. I think it was maybe Brett Ernst or somebody like that jumped in, me. And then when Fat James used all of his weight and got the guy out, helped me get the guy out, I just walked him into the back and I said, Dean, you're going to give this guy a job. He deserves it. And then he became my roommate. Like a couple months after that.
What? And I'm saying this from the highest. I love hustle.
Yeah.
I love hustle. I love when people put two and two
Me too.
together, and it just makes my dick hard. You give them a nickel, they come back with $10,
Yep.
and you go, "How the fuck did you do that?" I don't think there was a stronger hustler that I met in L.A. than Fat James.
It's the truth.
You know, he tried to get me, he was getting me auditions. Remember he did that movie about the spelling bee? Kia and the Bee with Lawrence Fishburne?
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
he went on the set. Like, because what happened between us were we were good friends. Mm-hmm. I really liked James. He would give me money for Coke.
I didn't know
I'd pay
that.
him back.
Hilarious.
He was always a gentleman.
He had such a big heart.
He had such a big heart.
Yeah.
He was a funny looking dude,
Mm-hmm.
but in auditions, that bitch did not fuck around. When he walked into an audition, bro, I would sit there and go, oh my God, what? Whatever he did, he was booking it.
Yep.
There was 1,000 jobs I did with him when that mafia shit was big,
Yeah.
and he would put his crazy head through.
Yeah.
I think we even booked the Pennzoil commercial together.
Wow.
That's how we solidified. Where we put the guy in the trunk and we opened the trunk and the guy's looking back at us and then we slammed the trunk and
Wow.
it was like one day shooting. And that's how I became friends with him. And then I liked him at the store. Then The Longest Yard came along and I still loved him. Everything was going. Then he got fired from the store. Something happened.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened.
Something happened. And then him and I was still tight.
Yep.
And then when I got Kia and the Bee, when I got The Longest Yard, as I was shooting The Longest Yard, he was the one that told me to go to this place to read for this girl.
Mm-hmm.
And it was December. It was getting close to the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you're a little tapped out. And it was on La Brea. Remember the old Acapulco on La Cienega?
Yes.
The old Acapulco on La Cienega. It was up the corner. I remember I didn't have any money. I parked in La Cienega in the Acapulco parking lot. And I walked to the audition. And on the way back, I saw Fat James. He's like, I already set this audition up for you. You got this.
Wow.
So he goes, I'll wait for you out here. Let me know how you did. You're going to be like 3 guys. Don't worry about it. I'll wait for you. Because across the street was the Chinese place. The really good Chinese place where Vito's Pizza's at.
Yep.
So it was all in that area.
Dice took me to that Chinese place.
Vito's wasn't there. But that place, that Chinese place, had the best chicken wings.
Is that the Jennifer Aniston place?
No.
No,
This is on La Cienega.
Yeah, like 2 blocks south of Santa Monica.
Right next to Vito's.
Okay.
Yep,
It's not
same
that,
parking
It's
lot.
a Chinese restaurant now, but it's not the same people. They had wings. Garlic wings.
Nice.
4 per order. We would just go in there and order 6 orders for lunch.
Wow.
Just eat wings. Big, thick pieces of garlic on it. Anyway. So I go to this IKEA in the B. It's with Lawrence Fishburne and the chick who played, I think she's in it, the chick who played and whose love got to do with it. They were looking for like a school teacher or something. As soon as I walked in, I knew I wasn't right for the part.
Yeah.
It was like December 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. I got a couple checks left from the store. Maybe I could hustle. Maybe I could sell an 8-ball and make Christmas happen. I go to IKEA in the B. I eat a bag of dog shit. And it's one of those places where they have 5 different studios
Yep.
auditioning. And as I walked by, I looked and it said Mars Bar. Mars Bar, and it said international shooting. 3 days, flat fee.
It's money.
So I didn't say nothing. It had nothing to do with me. I can't do international.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I'm SAG.
Okay.
It was non-union. That's what it was. So I went to the bathroom, and when I came out of the bathroom, the dude was like, Steve Simone, come on in. The guy goes, Steve Simone. And he looks over at me and goes, excuse me, can I talk to you for a second? He goes, we're doing a commercial here. I'm looking for mobsters just like you.
Get out of here.
I swear to God. And he goes, it's 2 days to shoot, $3,000 cash, and a hotel room. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, we're going to stay up in Passini, Lancaster.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to wake up in the morning and drive 20 miles out into this desert and shoot this Mars Bar commercial. So I go, how many mobsters do you need? And he goes, 3 of them. I go, how many do you got? He goes, 1 of them. I go, stay right there. And I went out and I got Fat James.
Wow.
And I go, how about me and him? And he goes, go in and read the lines. We went in together, Mars Bar, we both got it. I got him 3,000,
Wow.
me 3,000, and the other guy. We had to go to a hotel, and I had to get coke, the whole thing.
Yeah.
I had a good time with James
Me
those 3
too.
days. I really got to, it's like I got to know him. All
Yeah.
the hairdo and the fatness and
Right.
and the cheese smell around his neck, because every once in a while he get that BO to him. I overlooked that. I
Right.
really liked his heart. And I really liked what he was doing as a comic. He was doing something that nobody else was doing. If he didn't get the job, he was going to make sure you got the job.
Yes. He was
You
very
know?
loyal.
And I learned that from, that when people do that without you saying, boom, they're an ally. That's
Yep.
it.
Very
Lee, I
loyal.
didn't get this, but get down there, send the tape.
Yep.
So well, how are they going to know? Who tells them? Tell them Steve Simone sent you.
Yep.
But I haven't talked to Steve in 2 years. Who cares?
Right.
So take the chance. What do you give a fuck? You know?
Right.
That's where the school of thought he came from.
Yeah.
So he was like me. So we stayed friends.
Yeah.
After that thing, we did a commercial together, and then we did that thing together. We were tight. I'd see him at the store and give him a hug and the whole thing. I think I did the longest yard. He kept plugging. You were living with him.
Yeah.
You know, we were doing all of these other things. Or maybe it was before. It was after Analyze That.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man 2.
Yep.
And now is about to do the longest yard. The longest yard was in May. But that December, see, because I was always very good in getting jobs
Mm-hmm.
in December.
That's a miracle.
I tell people, go and see your family. For all these little faggots that are crying, I really want to go home for Christmas. Go.
Yeah.
Go. I've shot NFL. One time I shot an NFL promo commercial on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
They shot from 6 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon. They gave me bonus money, and they gave me cash, and they fed me, and they gave me an NFL sweatshirt.
Yep.
People go all out, you know.
Yeah.
I remember going in for a fucking pilot audition one day, December 20th. Some of the best auditioning you'll do is in December.
Yeah.
And I remember that he called me up one day, and he goes, Joey, I got the role for you. I talked to the guy already, the chick. They weren't you. I love James.
Me too.
I love James. There's certain people, I don't give a fuck what you feel like about them.
Yeah.
they did something for me at one time that was more valuable than you've ever done.
Yep.
And I know for a fact by him doing that he's got my back. So whatever you got to say around him,
Yeah.
you could say it.
Yeah.
I'm not communist Cuba.
Right.
Just don't say it around me because you're wrong.
Yeah.
I had his back like that. I think somebody started with him at the comedy, so there was somebody I had beef over Fat James. I said, not on my watch.
Good for you.
I find out you mess with Fat James, there's going to be a fucking problem. And this is, I'm doing coke, I'm not a nice person, you know, I'm dying to smack somebody at the store. And one day he gets me a job. The following Christmas, I get a call from him and he goes, hey, I got you a job. It's in fucking Jamaica.
Wow.
We're going to Jamaica. It was called Hanging in Hedo.
I remember when he left for that.
One of the worst movies of all time. That's the only problem with these masks. They're made for you to be a silent mute. Like if you talk, you're gonna fucking die of thirst. You feel like Jesus before he got stabbed. There's no fucking liquid in your mouth when you talk with these masks. It takes all the fucking fluid out. So
Yeah.
he gets me the audition. We drive together. I pick him up because he didn't have a car, right?
He did, but maybe it was in the shop. It,
Yeah.
it went down for a while, and his dad had to send. It was a couple $1,000s. I remember
So
that.
I took him to the audition in Culver City. There was a fat little Italian lady. Me and him went in together, and they told us right out, you're going.
Wow.
We love you. You leave for Jamaica December 2nd, and you come back Christmas Eve in the morning. And I go, well, when do we get paid?
Yeah.
Because we ain't getting paid 10 days later.
Yeah.
You got to give us something plus per diem. They said, don't worry, you're going to be hooked up. That Friday, I was supposed to leave that Saturday, and sure enough, or that Monday, that Friday, they said, we're going to send you the script. And they would send me the script. And I had done analyze that.
You done real movies.
I had done a couple movies, and I know for a fact that every day you get a fucking overnight package in the mail. Even if it's got no line, even if it doesn't have anything to do with you,
Yeah.
they still send you shit. So I didn't get nothing. I got on the plane with 2 tickets that were bought in with miles. Like the first leg was with miles, and the second leg was. So every time I did something, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It was one of those planes that lands at 9:15 at night, but it doesn't take off till 6 the next morning.
Oh no.
So now I'm at the airport all night, rolling joints, smoking little weed. I had no money. I was smoking cigarettes at the time. I was in horrible shape.
Yeah.
And I take this plane to Jamaica. I get there. They pick us up at the airport. They take it to the hotel. First of all, the hotel is a nudist hotel. Everything around it was ugly. The chickens had HIV.
Yeah.
Everything.
Just
I get
bad
there,
sign after bad sign.
Bad sign. I get to the hotel like, oh, you're one of the actors. Go sign in over there. So I go sign in. They give me a hotel room, and they go, you're sharing a room. I go, I'm SAG. I don't share that room. So I have to call the SAG rep. And they're like, well, for this job, you just don't have to sacrifice. I go, okay, I'll sacrifice. I had the bellboy already on the Where's the Ounce of Weed program. So I said, I probably had $60 on me, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, if I'm lucky. I go, where's the per diem? Because it was going to be like 12 days per diem. I'm looking at $100 a day.
Yeah, $1,200
maybe.
bucks.
That helps. That helps. Especially, I don't think the movie was paying much. They were like scale a day or something. So, second question I asked. So already number 1 mistake was the script. Number 2 was sharing the room.
Flying on miles.
And number 3 was we don't have per diem. I go, what are you talking about? I'm SAG. They go, no, we have per diem, but we couldn't bring the money down from New York. We're just going to send you a check at the end of the day. I took the key. I went up to my room. I took my own cash. The bellman shows up 10 minutes later. He goes in his pocket. He just went to a tree and took a bud off the tree. It was amazing. And he goes, you don't have the 60. Just give me 40 then. So at least I got a little piece of weed. I fucking rolled it. I smoked it. And the fucking guy went downstairs and ratted on me that I smoked pot on the balcony. So I went up to the producers. I'm like, hey, man, this ain't going to work for Uncle Joey. I got Mike Marino, and I got my man, Frankie the Wop. What's his name?
Fat James.
And I go, Fat James, I got a problem. This is not the way you're supposed to get treated. If you want to get treated like this, but if not, we got to get per diem, and we can't share no room with other men. You know? He fell in love with the black girl, though.
Oh, yeah, there was like some Playmate on there.
There's a Playmate, and there was Sherman Hemsley.
Yep.
So the first night, I'm already seeing Chubby playing with the flat girl and the fat girl just playing him.
Yeah.
So right away, when I went to him, his mind wasn't into me.
Right. He's thinking about her.
When I go to talk to you, if you're an improv guy or you're a guy that's not from the comedy store and I don't know you, I understand. But when we're comedy store guys, and I've gotten you jobs and you've gotten me jobs, you got to stand in a line with me and go, hey, bro, Joey might be a junkie, whatever the fuck he says, but he's right.
Yeah.
He needs a per diem every day. That's in every movie.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, this ain't going to be like every movie. So I said, well, then I got to go. And they said, are you quitting? Or I said, well, think about it.
Yeah.
You're not paying per diem. You got me another room with a guy. You didn't give me the script. The script ain't getting here till next week. You've got us here for 3 days. And they're like, you don't need money. Everything's inclusive. You should have seen how bad the food was. Everything was bad. Like, I couldn't eat anything. Everything was horrible. Everything. The chicken looked bad. The eggs tasted weird. And I was like, listen, I'm off the island this afternoon. Arrange a plane. They called my agent. My agent called me back mad at the time. I said, Doug, I'm not doing it. There's no per diem.
Yeah.
He goes, well, I don't want to pay for a plane ticket for you. I said, let me get off the phone with you. I called SAG. And SAG was like, give us the producer's number. I said, better yet, he's 10 feet from me. I walked up to him. I gave him the phone. I said, SAG wants to talk to you. And he goes, I can't motherfucking believe you brought fucking SAG into this and all this shit. And I go, you're not paying us. You know, you got to pay us. So what do you want to do? There's a 2 o'clock flight, and I could be on it. And here's Fat James and Mike Marino with me. And all of a sudden I go, I could be on it. And the guy goes, well, you could leave then. And I go, all right, Fat James, get your shit. And Fat James looked at me and turned his back. And then Mike Marino turned his back. And I was like, I know what time it is here. This doesn't look like it's going to work out well for Uncle Joey. I got on my plane. I came home. I saw my buddy pick me up in Miami. I spent the night with him, and I came back. And then he showed up, you know, for Christmas. He came back, and I think I saw him at the store, like the 27th. I just never could talk to him again. I just got my feelings hurt that much. If it was anybody else from any other place, I wouldn't have got my feelings hurt. But you're at the battle zones with me every night. I got your back at that place. You got my back at that spot. I wasn't as mad at Marino as I was at Fat James.
Right.
Marino was just Marino. He had nothing to do with it. He's just a nice guy.
Right.
Fat James meant more to me.
Yeah, it was like your brother.
Fat James, like my little brother. I admired him. I knew he was all in. I know I could call. Give me a director.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
I could call Spielberg and send him Fat James. They'd be in love with him.
Yeah.
Fat James had that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it. Fat James would go on a set and his fucking energy. Fat with his fucking little
Pompadour.
Pompadour. He had a pomp.
The pinky ring.
The pinky ring. I mean, it was just awesome to see
Yeah.
somebody, his size, his weight, his dimensions, go into a room like he was fucking Richard Gere.
Such confidence.
Such confidence.
Did you ever hear him sing? He could really
I heard
sing.
he could sing.
He
I
could
heard
really
the
sing.
motherfucker could sing. I did see him sing somewhere. I can't remember all the places now. It's vague to me. What year did he die?
I don't know. I'm going to guess 08.
So he's been done for 12 years, like Marilyn?
I want to guess. Well, it was probably 2-3 years after Maryland. So maybe 11. I don't know. They all blend together. It was 11. It was 2011. Now that I think back.
And he just got sick?
He got sick. They didn't know what it was. And then they diagnosed cancer. And then it turned out that it was a rare bone cancer that he had for a while that nobody knew.
I called him at the end.
I went to visit him.
We spoke at the end. Yeah, in the hospital. Yeah, we spoke and we made our peace. And I told him I loved him, and he apologized to me. And he was pissed too. He goes, I fucking did that, and the chick didn't suck my dick. And then I lent the $3,000. She was supposed to take me to Hughes.
Oh, yeah. He kept on saying he was going to go to the Playboy Mansion.
And then she stood him up for the Playboy Mansion. So he goes, I learned a big lesson too.
Yeah.
I said, we did. I go, hopefully when you get out of there, we'll have some coffee and stuff. And he never got out. I think we sent flowers or something. We weren't really, whatever. But
It was tough.
I feel for him now. And I feel that I hate when people don't talk about people when they're dead. Like some people are just forgotten. And it bothers me. Like if you and I had a good mutual friend that died, every time I'd see you, we'd go, can you imagine if Fat James was here? He'd want to go to Wings Ahoy or fucking McDonald's or something,
Yeah.
And that's what burns me up. Like, even Marilyn, it's like Marilyn's forgotten.
Right.
Marilyn's never been forgotten in my mind. Most of the people who have died in my life, I've never really forgotten.
Every day I think
And
of
I
somebody.
think of them, and on Mondays when I light my candles, I light a candle for them, and I think about them and just give them the thought. And ever since I watched the movie Coco, did you see Coco?
No.
It's great. It's about people who die, that if you don't give them light, then they disappear. So you have to put their picture up. You have to have like what they call it's a family altar. They call like an altar for your family for you to give them light. So I don't have no pictures of Fat James, but I just said a little prayer from the other day.
I pray for him all the time.
And I thought about you. And
It's a really weird thing about growing up, because I had family members pass away, like grandparents and all that. But when friends start passing, it's very different. It took it out of me.
Yeah. It's tough.
I mean, I don't really, especially now, but I acknowledge Brody's year anniversary. I acknowledged it, and I miss him. I've never gotten over him. I haven't processed it yet.
No.
The same way I haven't processed Ralphie Mays.
No.
But in time, the other day I was stretching, and I'm like, fuck. At least Brody's gone. He doesn't have to put up with this because he couldn't deal with not doing stand-up.
No.
I think
Brody would have been on the corner of Laurel Canyon.
Playing drums with a megaphone,
Playing drums
doing
with
crowd
a
work.
megaphone and shit. Like this would have just not worked for him.
Yeah.
Somebody would have had to move in with Brody and really watch him.
Yeah.
I think it'd be funny. He'd be drumming on Periscope all day.
All day long.
I thought about that the other day.
Yeah.
What are your plans, Steve?
Well,
What are you looking at right now? Long range. You have to have 3 plans right now: short, medium, and long. What do you think?
short term is just to keep my sanity, number one, and stay in a state of gratitude. I'm praying more than ever. And that gives me a tremendous sense of peace. And I feel good, to be honest. And I'm grateful for that I feel good. So that's the short term. Just keep on saying my rosary, keep on reaching out to people, keep on praying every day. Then I'm going to see what they tell us, how much longer this is. Because my parents are older, and I haven't gone longer than 6 weeks without checking in on them. So what I may do is jump on a plane and then isolate myself. If I can get enough masks and hand sanitizer and everything, or get a test, if they have the tests going and I can make sure I don't have it, I'm going to go take care of my parents. That's the short-term plan. Or hopefully they'll open up the world before that. Then the long-term plan is, I don't know. I don't know what's after that. I don't know what stand-up comedy is going to be. I was pitching TV shows. I'm working on a movie. Who knows? But I don't know. I have a lot of projects that are keeping me busy. But if things get shut down, I'm like, what am I even doing in LA? If you want to know the truth, I'm like, what do I want out of life? I want to be around my family. I want to be around my friends. And this has put everything into perspective for
Before
me.
the podcast started, you said something very interesting. That this is like an earthquake in LA. Like after Northridge, if you look up how many people left after Northridge, once you experience an earthquake, you think twice. Like, is this for me?
Yep.
I just got a fucking pay cut. My kid's not in school all fucking year. How much longer do I want to do this shit for? So, but the problem is, I don't think it's just going to happen with LA.
Yeah.
You know, they got over 100,000 cases in New York.
I think there's going to be a mass exodus from New York, a mass exodus from LA, because there's such expensive cities to live. Who's going to be able to afford to stay?
Well, everything goes in cycles. Like,
Yep.
at first, this country was a bunch of farmers.
Yep.
And then they moved to the cities when that's where the jobs were.
Yep.
And I think this is showing us. I think a lot of companies are going to look at it and be like, wait, we could have an office space half the size
Yep.
and pay people to work from home. And
Yeah.
then I can live in Florida or
Yeah.
Kansas and pay a third of the rent.
Absolutely.
It's I think we're going to spread out like that. Something that you, Steve, you've taught me that I'm not good at still is being grateful when things are bad.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of this that once the sickness is gone, I think it's going to be a better world
So do I.
for everybody.
I think this was God telling us, go to your room and think about what you've done. That's really how I feel. I know I'm going to get criticism for that, but I think ultimately, if we take the time to reflect about our lives, we're going to come out better people.
Absolutely.
We're going to treat each other
I
better.
say it every day. You're going to come out a stronger person.
I think so.
That's it. You're
And I'm
come out a
excited for
stronger
that.
person.
I'm legitimately excited because we're going to have our challenges as Americans coming out of this. How are we going to repair this economy? But I'm so confident in American people. I'm so confident the guys that grew up the way we did, with family, with neighbors, with community. And we started to lose our soul. Let's be honest. Everybody wanted to drive BMWs and have expensive clothes and expensive houses instead of Sunday dinners. You know how many people? I never saw a kid once in Los Angeles in 20 years learn how to ride a bike. You told me a story today. 2 weeks ago, I saw two kids learning how to ride a bike. Another buddy of mine told me that he was teaching his daughter how to ride a bike. We're spending more time together. We're celebrating the little things together. More families are hanging out
We
together.
watch movies every night and giggle. She goes in the shower at 6:30 now. We skip world news tonight.
Yeah.
Don't need to
I don't
watch
need to
it.
watch
We
the
don't need to
news.
watch the 5:30. Nothing. We fucking 6 o'clock we eat. She goes in the bath early now. She comes out. They make popcorn. I fucking hate popcorn.
Really?
I don't like the smell of it. I sit on the other couch. After 10, you don't need to eat popcorn at a movie. You made your point.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, after 10, you don't need to eat popcorn. You're too big to be eating popcorn anyway. Unless you got a little hat or you're half retarded or you got like a missing eye or a lip cup, whatever, a cleft lip, then you need a fucking popcorn. Until then, leave it alone with the popcorn. I see 50-year-olds with a tub of popcorn. You know what that does to your asshole? Get the fuck out of here. Fucking popcorn. I just sit there and we watch, Trolls and Onward.
But how great is that? That family time.
This is what this country was about. Listen,
I agree.
I finished the Led Zeppelin book. Now I'm going to start on the Jimmy Page book.
Okay.
But there's a book in there that I saw that I really, really, really want to get in there. I can't. Fuck, now we're on the transfer. I forgot what the book was about.
What was really important? We were talking about what's really important, what you're doing with your family now.
And this is what America was, is what you were saying.
This is what America, like reading again and all that stuff, the books. But one of the books that I forget now, so I'm sorry. Who the fuck knows? It's 10 o'clock at night. The edibles are kicking in. But I like the reading again. I enjoy talking to my wife again. The first 2 weeks was a little brutal.
Yeah.
Being locked in with somebody. We figured out our boundaries. We figured out rides. We figured out workouts.
Yeah.
And I'm prepared to do another 4 or 6 weeks of this. I know I'm going to be better mentally.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm going to let all right, there's a book in my thing that's called Ladies and Gentlemen, Lenny Bruce.
Okay.
And I'm going to read it again. And I'm going to read it again because that's the book that confirmed that I wanted to be a stand-up comic. And it wasn't because, it was because of what I read in that book. And I think we're going to go back to it now, where comics are going to start hanging out with strip clubs and doing comedy the way we used to. Like, that might be an avenue. Like, bring a comic in to host a night a popular comic, whether it's Bill Burr or Theo Von, and he does comedy. You know, when you read Lenny Bruce's book, you think about him going back to Chelsea at 4 a.m. and shooting heroin with strippers and jazz musicians, and nowhere in there they talk about cars and fancy cars and nothing like that. That wasn't what Lenny Bruce was about, you know?
Right.
Mitzi Shore was kind of the same way. Nobody doesn't like success, but there's a success to a degree that a comic under that should be a certain way, or unless he becomes a movie star, i.e. Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
i.e. Richard
Pryor. Yeah.
I think that comedy got ahead of itself. I think that we were doing comedy wrong.
Yeah.
I think the agents and everybody influenced their greed. You know, where I came from, you got a guy a job on TV first. He did 10 episodes. Then he went to the store for a few weeks. Then when the episodes started airing, he went on tour. So every Tuesday night that show is on, you know he's that Friday and Saturday. He's at the Denver Comedy Works or he's at the Ontario Improv. And he would do that for 10 or 12 weeks. Make some money, come home, rest, and then start up on the show again.
Yeah.
We forgot all that. We didn't want our comics to do shows or anything no more. We got to live. Comedians have to live and see Rob Riggle, who's never said a funny thing in his life, sweetheart of a guy, and Dak Shepard, who's never said a funny thing in his life, sweetheart of a guy who, I don't know how many failing shows Dak Shepard has been on, but Chris D'Elia can't get arrested. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, I think the agents started depending more on stand-up, and now today they're paying for it.
Yeah.
Because when their stand-up clients actually come back, they have nothing to go to.
Yeah.
But 200, 300, 400 seat crowds. If you had prepared these kids, I've been with them, my agency, for 7 years. Every agent is losing money because they're not either putting energy or anything into podcasts.
Yeah.
The thing that's generating comedy as a whole, they're ignoring. And even after this fucking strike that they're cutting down their salaries and percentages and demoting people, they still won't get a podcast thing. They're not getting paid right now, but there's 30,000 podcasters that are making a living and not paying commission and not thinking of paying commission.
Yeah.
Because this was something they had to sell to their agents, and the agents were like, people have commission. Like, if you call your agent tomorrow and say, hey, I'm starting a podcast with Ryan Sickler, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call you later. They don't respect it.
Well, that's what I think is one of the exciting things. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to, is how the business is going to evolve. You know, like this whole podcast thing that's what boomed that's what boomed all the ticket sales. That's what got live comedy going, was all these people hearing people on podcasts and stuff like that. So to me, it's exciting. I don't know what the next step's going to be, but I'm looking forward to it.
I'm very looking forward to putting together a new hour. I cannot tell you, I'm like a child right now, just waiting for that hook.
Yeah.
And I think I got the hook, and I could run with it. Plus, I got an hour old material.
Yeah. That nobody's seen.
Put on tape. They've seen it, but it's not on tape.
Yeah.
I could still run that in and really get 2 hours going. Once everything starts again and we get 20 people, maybe I'll shoot a special with 20 people, small.
Yeah.
Sell it for $3 online.
That's it.
You know, and that's it. This is not, today I got a call, well, people are going to have to do this and this. For starters, just lower your ticket prices.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to have to take a chunk on ticket prices, because if not, you're not going to sell a ticket.
Yep.
Listen, ticket prices for comedy shows were supposed to be agreeable with a movie ticket.
Yeah, so everybody can, it should be for everybody.
Can do something.
Yeah.
When you went to a movie theater in the old days, it was there was a strip mall. There was a comedy store there, a comedy club.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best comedy club in the world, but the fucking Popeye is sold out. So what are you going to do?
Right.
Take her home? No. Take her to the comedy show, drink her up, then go home and suck a twat after she lasts for an hour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the obvious thing. But if I go into a comedy club and I got to pay $41, $4 ticket charge, 2 drinks, that becomes something different.
Too expensive.
And that's what I hated about where the business had gone now. I was looking at ticket prices, and I was like, these people, how can they fucking sleep at night?
But that's just a small our whole culture did that. Everybody greedy.
did it.
Every business got too greedy.
And now they want to cry that they don't have money. That's not my problem. You were jumping up and down. You know, all your fucking VPs and senior VPs.
Yes.
They all paid themselves with homes or whatever.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Sell those homes and get your wife sucking dick. It's not my problem.
We're all in this
You gotta
together.
pay
Yeah.
your fucking employees, you know. Your wife likes to suck dick and you're on Viagra. Fuck it. Make a switch somewhere. I mean, I don't get all that stuff. Like I said to you, all these businesses that are fucking with people, write them down.
Yeah.
Write them down.
Yep.
And the first time you go to do business with them, you fucked up.
Yep.
If enough people go, you know what? I remember what they did during fucking whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give them my $45 that I paid to go see Motley Crue.
Yep.
I'm never going to give them money again. They can keep the $45 fucking dollars.
Yep. We're done here.
And that's why I told you guys that first Sunday, when everything was falling apart, I go, do me a favor, guys. Get your money back for all these shows tomorrow. I wake up the next day, I sold 50 tickets in Austin.
Ugh.
I was like, I just told you to fucking take away the shows. Now the show got pushed till January.
Yeah.
It's fucking April. It's fucking April. You know, I told you to fucking pull your money away.
Yeah.
Take it out of there. You don't want to give your money to nobody right now. Your money belongs to you.
Yeah.
Your money belongs
Hold on
to
to
you.
it.
If I would have bought a Motley Crue ticket for $350 right now, I'll call them every day. I'll be sending them pizza boxes with nothing in it
Yeah.
until I get my money and grenade twitches and shit like that. You know, I'm getting my fucking money. You know, anything good you watch over this?
I watched the Narcos Mexico. I thought that was great.
Second season?
The second one, the most recent one. I thought that was really good. I jumped on that Tiger King bandwagon when it was brand new. I didn't know what I was watching.
Still haven't watched it yet.
It's
I don't have
unbelievable.
that. It's getting too many crazy reviews. From people,
Yeah, now too many people kind of ruined it.
and I
It's
don't
hard to
want-
watch. Like I can watch an hour at a time. It's too crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't believe what I was watching. And that's it. Honestly, I've been talking. One of the blessings that's come out of this is so many people have reached out to me. People that I haven't talked to in 10 years, people I haven't
Me
seen
too.
in a couple years.
Me too.
And it's like all day long, it feels like, oh, this is what we should be doing all the time. If it's good. I'm spending more time with people over the phone or FaceTime or Zoom or whatever. And I got projects I have to work on. We'll see.
I told people in the beginning, I said, listen, guys, before you go into this and lose your mind, there's no debtor's prison. They don't throw you in jail for debt. I owed hundreds of thousands of dollars to drug dealers and credit cards. They're not going to throw you in jail.
Right.
You might have to disconnect your phone and get a burner phone under your girlfriend's name for a few weeks. And little by little, it just starts to fall off your credit bureau.
Yeah.
Little by little. If you drop out, you know, when I got into comedy, I didn't get into comedy to be a star. I got into comedy to drop out of civilization.
Interesting.
I had it. I didn't know what, you know, after my mother's death and the divorce, I had it.
Yeah.
Bureaucracy, I lost a kid. You know, I found out that you have to pay for an attorney to do anything in this life. If you have no attorney, you're going to end up in prison or your deal's going to get lost, you know. I found out so many things. So comedy for me was triple runs until I turned 60.
Yeah.
I could care less. You know, drive, meet chicks, do drugs, live like the catcher from Major League. Remember when they call him in the beginning and he's got two Mexican chicks and there's a chicken running through the room?
Yeah.
That was what I wanted my life to be. You know, I wanted to live like Charles Bronson. I wanted to die alone. Fuck, has my mind changed? Nobody wants to die alone, you know?
Yeah.
All these things that you have that you wanted to and you changed later on, you know. This experience has made me look at things a lot different now. I love comedy. 29 years I've been doing it. I don't see it for me the next 5 years. I see it as something to do, but not something I could take on the road and tour constantly.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna try to add another dimension to my arsenal in the next couple months. Let me watch the smoke, the clouds part.
Yeah, to see how it shakes out a little bit.
Then we're attacking. I got an idea.
Good.
You're involved.
Good.
Lee has to show
Probation.
me. Lee has to show me he wants to be involved because got to be out of the house by 9 every day. Whether you took 8 edibles the night before, 22, it don't matter. Coffee, a shower, bang one out in the shower.
I think that's important.
And
I
we'll
think that's a
make it
good
work.
tip for anybody listening, how to keep your sanity through all this.
Listen, my sanity is very easy.
Yep.
I get up at 7:30. Whatever time I get up, I have coffee.
Yep.
I talk to my wife for a couple minutes. I do whatever I have to do on social media.
Yep.
I write my journal, and as soon as the journal is finished, regardless of what time it is, I run and take a shower.
Yep.
Because that's the most important thing out of this whole thing.
Exactly. I make my coffee.
up
I jump in the shower.
And take a shower.
Yep.
If you want to jump in the shower and put your coffee on and come out and that coffee's on fire, I'm not ever going to be mad at you.
That's what
Okay?
I make sure it's the right temperature. I
It's
have
the
my
right
ice water.
temperature.
You always told me years ago, have that ice water in the morning, get the system
As soon
going.
as you wake up, you have a glass of
I
ice
turn on
water.
the shower. I get my ice water. I put the coffee in the machine. I take my shower.
Boom.
I come out. My coffee's waiting
Coffee's
for me.
ready.
I'm in a good mood for the rest of the day.
You open up your thing, you read, you make your notes, you
Yep.
look at your emails, you go over your schedule for your day, you write your journal. Nobody's got work and nobody's got nowhere to go. But let me tell you something. If you sit there with your fucking pajamas and no pants on and just sit in front of the TV, you're not going to do much during
It's going to affect your brain,
You're not going to do much during this thing. It's
Yeah.
not going to work out.
right?
You're going to be in a worse position than you were when this thing started.
Yeah.
So I advise everybody, you get up in the morning, you got an hour. In an hour, you take that shower. You comb your hair like you're going to a meeting.
Absolutely.
I don't care if you just get in the car, take a ride around the block, and go get gas.
Yep.
At least you did something to make you feel yourself like you were human.
Exactly.
I did something last week that I wouldn't do for anybody. You know, last week was no school.
Yeah.
So, whoa, wait a second. So we don't have school for 2 weeks, and then you're going to take a spring break and really fuck me up in the middle of this. Well, you didn't fuck me up. You fucked up my little girl's head for the fucking week.
Yeah.
The kid didn't know what to do. So Saturday, we did a couple things. I took her here, and we were sitting there, and she did something good. Oh, we were here.
Oh.
We did a podcast. We have a podcast tomorrow at 4. We did a podcast, and I'm sitting at her. She did so well because this one was about music. So she actually had to talk about music and then bring the piano in from the computer, and it tells you what to hit. And we sang Yankee Doodle, came through town, hey. And she hates when I go, hey. She's like, Dad, stop with the A's. You know, no matter what she sings, there's always a hey. So she did a great job. And I'm sitting here looking at her, and I go, what can I do to put normality back into her life?
Yes.
And I did something I don't wish on nobody. I said, I'm just going to go take a look. I'm going to go to Burbank and go to Chick-fil-A. Take her to Chick-fil-A to go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, put it in the back seat, wipe it down. I did something better. I took her right to McDonald's. She was so fucking happy because I put normality back into her life. She's like, but Daddy, Mommy's going to get mad. I go, no, I'll deal with Mommy.
Yeah.
I put my glove on. It was $4.62. I gave the guy a $5. He gave me the change and the glove. I put it in the second cup.
Mm-hmm.
I took the thing and I put it on the fucking floor. That made her week.
Yeah.
All we need is 1 or 2 days that we do something normal. I mean, I don't want you to go to the gay club and suck a dick. That's not normal.
Right.
I don't want you to, you know, well, for some people, I don't want you to go, but you still need something to remind you of the old you.
Absolutely.
And once you start slipping with showers, like people tell me, I haven't shaved in a month.
Yeah.
A woman told me that I haven't shaven my legs. I had to finally shave my pussy because it was bothering me. You're a filthy animal. You're just working in reverse.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want you to get up and work out. You know why? Because there's so much stress on the body right now, and on the psyche. Wait till you work out and you start throwing punches. I could throw 5 minutes of punches like nothing. Now,
Yeah.
first 3 minutes, I'm winded.
Yeah.
I'm thinking corona's coming, my whole body.
Right.
I feel spots. I got the measles. That's your mind playing tricks on you.
Yeah.
But that's your mind is heavy.
Yes.
Your endurance is heavy. Everything's heavy. It takes me a couple rounds of hitting the bag
To warm up.
really, I mean, I got to look up and breathe and fucking focus. And then at the end of the warm up, at the end of everything, the downward dogs, the stretches, you know what I do? I actually meditate.
That's good.
And I try to focus on the sounds of the sky.
Mm.
I do the whole thing. I sit like a fucking Hindu, you know, with the fingers like this. I focus on the third eye. And I know some of you people who listen to the podcast in the last 4 weeks, you could see that little by little, my tone, I'm accepting what's happening. And this is the biggest thing you could do right now, is accept what's happening and prepare, have 2 plans, a plan A, a plan B.
Yeah.
You know, you said it the best. The mass exoduses are going to be here in New York.
Yep.
People living in New York going, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm paying $32 for a 1-bedroom.
Yeah.
I'm doing this and this and
What
this.
do I really want out of
My
life?
boss is a fucking scumbag. My friend I went to college with, he'd get me a job in Ohio.
Yeah.
In Columbus, I'd get an apartment for regular. New York, goodbye. This is exactly what to do. Where are we going to put all these people?
All right.
Where are we going to put these New York and California transplants? You know, people are going to be unhappy with their local state government. Remember, you can't make everybody happy.
Right.
So that means people are going to be flip-flopping, you know. I've met 2 people in 2 weeks that are friends of my daughter from the school.
Yeah.
They're out of here at the end of May.
Wow.
One just bought a house online in Texas.
Wow.
And the other one got laid off, the nurse, and she's going right to Jersey. They're going to Palm Springs for a couple of days. They're going to come back, pack up the house, and they're not going to tolerate this no more. Because what's 50% of this shit's coming back?
Yeah.
And we don't know. So, and you have the same dilemmas in your lives, guys. And I'm telling you right now, as your Uncle Joey, do not let this eat you up. You're going to lose. You're going to lose. You will lose against this. You will lose. This will take 10 years off your life. Not by getting the COVID, but the worrying,
Yes.
the pressure on your heart, and the stress on your heart. Guys, whether you're 22 or 52, take care of yourself. Wear a mask. Stay home. You want to do drugs? You think I'm going to be mad at you? I'm not going to be mad at you. You think I'm going to be mad? People are drinking 60% more. People, the weed stores can't keep the weed. If you're in the weed business today, the longer this lasts, you're going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
People are smoking 8s a day. Okay?
So much uncertainty.
There's
That's
so
why
much uncertainty.
I just started praying more.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give that up.
I pray.
I'm not giving up. I have so much peace right now that
I find the beauty in my daughter. I find the beauty in my friends. I take the balance when I talk to my Jersey friends.
Yeah.
And I see what they're going through. And
tough.
I've already offered them, I've already sent a couple of them
Good.
some things. Just so, like I tell them, I can't help you, but I don't want you missing any meals either. Not on my watch.
Right.
I don't want you to go to Ruth Chris.
Right.
But what if I send you a deuce and you bought 8 dinners with that?
Exactly.
Buy a pork loin, buy a fucking
Yeah.
filet mignon, and you're 56. That filet mignon, you cut that in and make tacos one night, street
Yes.
tacos, and then make a steak the next night. I mean, it's not the way we used to. We're going back. First of all, if you're normal, you're not eating what you used to. I'm not eating by far what I used to. Not even by far.
I'm cooking all the time, but I'm eating once a day.
Once I'm cooking, but I'm eating 3 times a day.
Okay.
Nothing from outside the house.
No.
I got away from the bacon. I'm back to oatmeal with cinnamon
So good for
and
you.
a little bit of honey in the morning. For lunch, it's a single thing. Today I had halibut,
Oh,
which is 0,
it's delicious
with
too.
wild rice for lunch. Portions, my wife portions them out. And for dinner, we went all out. To celebrate Mercy riding the bicycle, we made sloppy joes with tater tots. And guess what?
Oh, it's
I
perfect.
still got 3 points left in my protein shake tonight.
That's
Who's better
great.
than you. That's it. And I burned 9 points today.
That's great.
2 for boxing and 7 for
Dude, when you
lifting.
think about it, what a blessed life that is. You're eating better. You're exercising more. There's more balance to our lives.
But
now.
this wasn't the way it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, oh my God, March 15th, I must have gained 8 pounds that week.
Yeah. I caught myself when I started to go, they're going to cut you out of your apartment if you don't stop. And that's when I was going, all right, instead of not eating for 12 hours a day. I went shoot for minimum 15. And today I think I went like 20 hours or something.
I'm
without
cutting the
eating.
sugar out too.
Yep.
The least sugar I do, like there's nothing sugary.
Sugar's poison.
The last 3 weeks, I had something one night with the girls. Oh, they brought home, my wife only brings home 6 powdered donuts. So that's 2 little ones apiece, which are like 3 points on Weight Watchers. So.
Yeah.
But do me a favor, guys. When you wake up in the morning, don't dilly-dally. Take a shower.
Yep.
It'll make you feel a lot better, and it'll clear your head for the day. And it'll make you do something. You want to do things that, when I go outside to work out, I start with a swinging bat. And I take it from there. How do I feel with the swinging bat? All right, I did 3 minutes. Let's go hit the bag. Oh, I feel pretty good. Let's do some ball bounces.
Wow.
Oh, let's do some more. Let's do some technical fitness exercises. You know what? Let me do a fucking kettlebell. Today I did those walks.
Like farmer's walks?
5 of them. Oh, back and forth. Woo! Then I did a couple squats. And then I did high pulls with the kettlebells.
Old school.
Then I did one-arm pulls with the kettlebells. And then I did curls. I got 2 15-pound dumbbells. That's the best I got.
Yeah.
And I just did curls to failure, I got the bats and I did shoulder presses. Sitting down, stretching, pushing this way instead of up.
Yeah.
Pushing it that way and having your back. The writing, the journal is big. When I read it, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of thoughts that are coming through my head, which shows me I'm not focused.
Yeah.
But I think that the things that are helping me the most right now is my daughter.
Yeah.
Taking the showers, living my life like if I was going to work and I had a regular day.
Yeah.
You're up, dog. You're up.
Mm-hmm.
I know you got a rough night, but you got to get up. You got to jump in the shower.
Yeah.
Have breakfast. After that, go for a ride. If you decide by the time you come back that you're tired, then go back to bed.
Right.
But you already did a couple things. You
Yes.
already made yourself feel good.
Yes.
You went out. I don't want you to walk into Starbucks. And I don't want you to wait online. We're not communist fucking Cuba.
Right.
I just want you to take a ride, see what people are doing, see what people are doing at NoHo. Sit by NoHo for 5 minutes and go, look at these people begging for COVID. I wish I just had a COVID gun. I'd go in there and say, open your mouth, kneel down. Let me just give it to you because you're going to get it anyway.
Yeah.
Today you could see them in the middle. There had to be 10 people talking with umbrellas, like the umbrella's going to save you from COVID. Fuck the fucking COVID and fuck the fucking wet markets, these cocksuckers. Do what my man Steve Simone is doing. Find a hobby. Cook.
Yeah.
You even told me you brought it to some of your neighbors,
Yep.
which shows me the humanity in you. You're a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
I wish I would promote your tour dates. I know you have none. The cruise ship I was on sunk. Oh, I saw a picture of it. I saw Leonardo DiCaprio with the girl waving. They're done. And we got no dates for you people.
Nothing.
But we got nothing but podcasts and nothing but love. And we're going to keep doing them until they make us fucking stop doing them. We're wearing the mask. We got the door open. I got the Ozium here. This what Lee sprays between his toes at night. Everything is beautiful. And as long as Lee's good, you're good.
Yeah.
And the church family's good at home, I'm fucking happy with you guys. We're going to keep doing this. Whatever the fuck. We don't give a fuck.